everybody. It's Bro Bro Plata. We are here. Casey Jones in the chat. He's in the chat. Yes, he is.
I was worried about Casey, man. He wasn't here last week, I don't think, and I was bummed out. Just making sure he was okay.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have him for it. I'm glad we have him for it now. And he's
Hey, everybody, it's Bro Bro Plata episode. I interrupted Ray, but that's okay. What are we at? 97?
97, sir.
Old 97?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool.
It
That's
went
good.
in the wrong hole. Now in my number 60, there's blood on the coal.
I hate this guy. Anyway, my brain's not working correctly because I'm not sleeping properly and there's no oxygen getting into my brain when I'm sleeping, so I'm always tired and I keep forgetting shit. So that's going to happen even more than usual today. I already figured that out when I woke up. I'm like, wow, I can't remember shit today. I opened a pack of hot dogs, went to the bottom drawer in my kitchen to get a plastic bag out to put the hot dogs in because I opened the package. Then I couldn't find the hot dogs 5 minutes later. Where are the hot dogs? Where do you think they are? They're in the bottom drawer where the bags are. I just put them in the bag and boom. That's what we're working with today.
I like it. I mean, you need to take some ginkgo biloba maybe and
maybe I'm taking that damn apple brain. I mean, the thing is, it would work, but the biggest problem right now is me not sleeping properly. Eventually, I'll get this fat guy machine, and then they'll shove the air down my throat, force it down my throat, whether I want it or not. That's what I need. But see, I already forget what I was going to say. I had something to say, and I already forgot. This pisses me off. Oh, I know. So you're on your phone?
Yeah, for the next couple minutes, I had to turn off my laptop because it was being like frozen and slow and shit. It's up now, so in a second I'm gonna be switching over to the normal thing. But yeah, man, I was pissed because everything was going good, setting up. I had the tabs going. I had everything fucking ready, and then my computer just took a big frozen poo on me, and now I'm just waiting for cleanup, I guess. I don't know, dude. Like I've had a rough day. I've had a rough fucking day. So been
Yeah, what
hell.
did you tell me? You have fleas now? Is that what you said? Ray has fleas, everybody. No?
No. I do. For those of you that don't know, my day job is pest control, which I'm good at that, just bad at organizing. And but I had to do a flea job today at a house. Luckily, there was there was way less than the first time I was there. But yeah, I had to do that, and then it just sucked because I hate fleas. Like I rarely do flea work, and I had to fucking do fleas today. Oh,
yeah, no one likes fleas. Unless he's playing bass. Besides that, no one likes fleas.
Or the cartoon that he said that the flea sings in. Food around the corner, food around the corner. I like that one.
Don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds extremely annoying.
It's so good. I'll send you the thing.
I'm not gonna watch it, just so you don't have to.
You have to watch it.
I don't watch the majority of things. I didn't watch your Booker T video that you sent me. I didn't watch I Can't Dance by Genesis. I didn't watch it's a good tune, but I don't know why you sent it to me.
I was listening to it while I was out buying chili. So I bought some I even had chili today. Like I celebrated a successful day at work.
That's how you celebrate, with chili?
Yes. Firehouse chili from Giant Eagle. That's how you
Ray
do
did
it.
good. Ray deserves a chili.
Exactly. One of the big wonton tubs too. I housed the entire thing. It's so good. I bought 2 of them.
Ray, we have things to talk about in this show. Number one, Captain Epo is back. He got a victory. There's a lot of good finishes in that card. A lot of stuff. We talk about that. Also, Olympics. I got my heart broken this morning. The Olympics, and also my favorite ball team has a new name. So
Hail Monkey coming in.
There's that too.
But yeah, and mind if I start off with what I want to kind of talk about?
Do it.
Since it just came across the wire, like within the last half hour.
What happened?
Simone
Biles? No?
No. I'm talking about a great thing that's gonna happen. Hopefully, some promoter makes this happen in either England or America. I want it to be, and that's right. I am talking about the Hemsworths versus the Jonas Brothers. Yes,
That's so dumb.
the matchup will happen finally. I think it should.
Now, it's fun to talk about, but there's 100 reasons why that's never going to happen. One, they're too
I know.
famous to get punched. Also, the Hemsworth outweigh the Jonas Brothers, I think, 2-1, I think. Like, especially Chris. Chris probably outweighs the heaviest Jonas brother by about 80 pounds.
For sure.
So, yeah, that's dumb. You know what would be better? Jonas Brothers versus Hanson Brothers. Now, that would be a fight.
That would be a good fight.
That'd make more sense.
They'd all have, the Hanson brothers would all have, do they not have short hair? Do all of them just have short hair now?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
that's great.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think they cut the hair when they hit puberty, I believe.
Sad panda.
Nah, dude, Hanson can get it, man. They can still play.
Oh, yeah. I was actually listening to them on an Opie and Anthony clip where they were in there and they had Chip Chipperson, or no, Ramon call in. It was Steve from Yellowstone. That's right, Steve from Yellowstone.
It was somebody. Okay.
But that was pretty funny. But what I do want to talk about, since it did come across the wire, and I'm a huge mega fan of this band, and for one of their members to go down sucks, especially since I believe, how old was he? I can look it up here.
40s probably, right?
Yeah. 46, so still kind of young. The former drummer of Slipknot, Joey Jordison, passed away before the show, and that sucks, dude. Like, one of my favorite drummers, one of the first drummers I ever saw really go at it on the drums live. I never got to see. I've never seen Slipknot live, but watching video of him, he slapped. That's with Blue Chew, sir. We don't have Blue Chew yet as a sponsor.
With what?
Casey Jones says, make your penis larger. We need Blue Chew for that, and we're not sponsored. So
I don't think that's possible. Matt has tried for many years to do that without. Well, I mean, you can cut it open and put weird shit in. Whatever they do, I don't know. I think they put your gut fat in there or something. I don't know. That's what I hear. I don't know.
But real quick, Tim, start talking, and I will be right back.
About what? Okay, well, we're talking about Slipknot. You're talking about Slipknot. I like Slipknot. I mean, there's a good metal band, fantastic drumming, as he said. You're going to miss the drummer. He hasn't been with the band for a while, I don't think. I don't pay too much attention to Slipknot. I like him a bit. I haven't seen him. Ray's a bigger fan than I am. But that Weinberg kid is, right, Max Weinberg's son, right, is the drummer for Slipknot now. Anyway, this is very important. I'm going to start talking about this. So, very important in my life. My favorite sports franchise, Cleveland Indians, announced last Friday via a video narrated by Tom Hanks. Which, if you're going to give any city, maybe some somewhat disappointing news, or maybe some news that's not super exciting, might as well have Tom Hanks narrate it. That makes it better. It softens the blow, right? But we already knew they were going to change the name. We didn't know when. I think Thursday they said, "Oh, hey, by the way, we picked our name," which surprised me because I thought maybe they crowdsourced it a bit more. They didn't. Apparently, the ownership's like, "No, I like this. This is good. We're going with this." Which, hey, it's their club. They can do what they want. The next day, that video came out, and the Cleveland Indians, starting next year, will be known as the Cleveland Guardians. I'm okay with it. I think pretty sure I've said on this show, talking about that name change, knowing it was going to happen, that of the options I've been hearing about, Guardians was the one that I actually liked. I thought Spiders was dumb. A lot of people wanted that. I also don't think it was ever an option. I don't think they could actually do it because that was a National League franchise over 100 years ago. I don't know if they could actually be the Spiders if they wanted to. It would take a lot. They'd have to buy the, I don't know. It would be difficult. But they named the Guardians after there's a bridge in Cleveland. It's right by the stadium there, the Bob Hope Bridge. And there's two big concrete slabs, and there's these I don't know, they look like Spartans, right? They call them the Guardians of Traffic. They're really cool. Right? They're in the Great Depression. They've been there since then. It's really cool. The Guardians of Traffic are pretty cool. But they named the team after that. That's fine. I mean, listen, it'd be cool if our team name wasn't racist and we could keep it, but it is, and we finally decided probably shouldn't keep it anymore. So that's that. I'm okay with Guardians. The one thing I think, if you see any of the logos, look up Cleveland Guardians. There's a logo with a G with a baseball that looks like it was literally made in 3 minutes. You could make that on your cell phone. Like that, it was shady.
What was?
The G logo for the Guardians?
Yeah, it looked like something I would have made up on Canva.
Yeah, actually, yes. Look at our background. That's in our logo. That's basically what we're talking about.
Yeah,
the level of artistic integrity that logo has.
It's one
Guardians
of those
the Guardians of Alcoholism, which we call.
We are the guardians of the alcohol. It does happen, but yeah, man. I wish they would have spiders. Spiders.
Did you not just hear what I said?
No, I listened to none of it while I was going to grab my stuff.
So you probably didn't. I'm pretty sure that wasn't even an option.
Why not though?
Because there was a franchise in the past that was not the Indians. It was a different. Cleveland Spiders was a National League franchise, so I think it's kind of the same reason why the Nationals, when Washington got a team back, where they didn't rename them the Senators. I think it's kind of the same reason. It would take a whole thing. They'd probably have to buy the name from somebody or something. It would be a whole thing. It'd be a pain in the ass probably. And you know what? I didn't like it. I told you before. I said on this podcast, I don't like the Spiders. Guardians is the best one that I'm hearing, and I like it. The only thing I don't like is the logo. And Ray, your opinion doesn't matter. You're a Pittsburgh Pirates fan.
Yeah, but I live here, and I have to see that dumb logo everywhere now.
Honestly, I don't think that dumb logo is going to last too long. Honestly, I don't think
anyone
likes it. I don't think anyone likes it. I'm okay with the Diamond C, kind of. I mean, it kind of looks like the font the Cavs use now, which I hate. But it's fine. I'll get over it. The weird thing now is just being like, oh, we're the Indians for a couple more months now. That's the weirdest thing. Because I'm ready to go. Fine. I'll get over it. I'm still going to go. It's just going to be the thing now. And they're the Guardians now. My favorite ball team is called the Guardians. Same team, just a little bit different wrapping, but the same team. If they, like I said, if anyone pretends that it's a different franchise, it's going to piss me off. It's the same franchise. They said change the name. They've still been around since 1901.
Yeah.
So
I don't like the name, man. Like you're naming it after something that was supposed to be taken down in the 70s.
Wasn't, and it's great. I love the Guardians of Traffic. They're cool.
The Guardians of Transportation.
Traffic. They call it traffic.
Transportation.
Traffic. They call it traffic. Look it up. Every single article I looked up, it says the Guardians of Traffic.
Well,
they may have maybe both. Maybe originally they called it that. I don't know.
The Guardians of Transportation.
I've always heard.
Called. Yeah.
All right. Well, I always heard Guardians of Traffic, but either way, we're talking about the same thing.
It's just I don't know. It's lazy.
Pull a picture up for the people. Pull a nice picture up of the Guardians of Traffic by the stadium. There's some good ones. Find one. Pull one up.
Yeah, I'll bring it up because
listen. Did you see Mike Polk Jr.'s video about it? Mike Polk Jr. is the best. He's a comedian from Cleveland, if you don't know, and he works for the local NBC affiliate now and the news. But he does funny stuff, and he did a video about this, and he's very right. Most baseball team names are pretty dumb, Ray.
I don't know. Pirates are pretty cool.
Pirates isn't a bad one. That's not a bad one. But, there's a few birds in there, right? The Athletics, which Mike Polk Jr. said, it's kind of like naming your team the Strongs, which is true. It's true. Yeah, those are the Guardians of Traffic. Scroll down a bit so we can find one with the stadium in the background.
Sure, but here's one. Yeah,
there we go. There's two of them on each side of this bridge, and they're cool. They're cool. They're very imposing, kind of creepy looking, but there we go. And now they're not going to leave. We can't knock them down now. Probably need to probably touch them up if anything.
Yeah, I mean, let's
put a ball jersey on one of them.
I was about to say they'll probably do some dumb stuff like that where it's we're now gonna have I lost my train of thought.
I was waiting for someone.
God
I would
damn it.
do it if I had the Photoshop skills, but I wanted someone to take Chief Wahoo and just put that like helmet over him. You're like, here's the new logo, Guardian. See, nothing to see here.
There was somebody on Facebook, I can't remember. This is true. D-Rest coming in with a fiery take. Attaboy.
Possible. It's possible. Yeah, sure.
We'll just put guard on it and have Tom Hanks do the video.
They have a giant above their giant scoreboard. They have a giant script, Indians, and I think it'd be hilarious if they just took 3 letters away and it's like put, like real cheap like cardboard letters. So GUARD.
That would be funny. That would be a hilarious. Like, oh, what? It lights up still. It lights up still.
Right.
Oh,
right,
man.
And the uniforms are going to be basically the same. They're not changing colors or anything like that, which is good. I didn't want them to. But yeah, we don't need too much change. This is enough change. It's going to be a problem for a lot of people anyway. I'm fine with it. It's fine. If it was spiders, I'd get over it. But I really didn't like that. It's just actually the option I like of the ones I've heard. I don't know where they're going to try to go. What do you want? Wildfire, super flamethrowers, something that sounds really cool. Like you're trying too hard.
No, I wanted. Do you know the coolness of the spiders would be? You could do fun things.
I don't like
putting rubber spiders in the opposing team's dugout.
You can do that anyway.
But I'm talking about and dropping them at like the 7th inning just to see who jumps. I think those things would be fun. But no, you had to go with something easy.
You can chuck swords at people now.
No, jeez.
Yeah, we're Guardians. We can all do tons of shit. Not 100% would have. I mean, listen, because of the Guardians of Traffic, it's that's the kind of Guardian they're talking about. The Guardian could be a whole lot of things. I don't know. Listen, they already have a nickname, right? Because the Indians with the tribe as well. That's dumb. That's not even funny. But the guards, right? They're going to be the guards. Here we go, guards. Tribe guards. That's fine. We have a shortened name, right?
It's guys dressed like cops. That's their new mascot, the guards.
Yeah, just surprise! Our mascot is cops. That would be the best. Just put cop uniform on the Guardians of Traffic and
hitting a perp of a certain color over and over again with a billy club.
Yeah, you know what color? Whatever color the other team's wearing, Ray.
I hate to be the White Sox.
Yeah, right. The White Sox,
especially in that black uniform.
The Yankees is a pretty dark blue.
No, that's actually what the perp looks like after the guards are done with them. Dark blue.
This guy,
especially with a neck. Who knows?
Yeah, you know what? You know who has the worst name in baseball still? There's a team named after you.
Oh,
Raymond.
Yeah,
this team is called the Rays, which is a horrible name.
Hey, we went to the World Series last year, or a couple times. So, yeah,
they were there last year, and they beat the Indians up pretty good here recently.
I don't know, man. I'm okay with, and I'm not one of these people that's like, you're changing history. Blah, 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 blah. I would have just loved to have seen more history. Like of Cleveland baseball by doing the spiders or doing a name of a team that was in the Cleveland area or something like that, rather than
that was a different team. Like I don't make your own team. Don't take someone else's name. That's another thing. That's a different team. Like if they would have went to the last team name they had before the Indians was the Naps. If they would have back to the Naps, I'm fine with that. But they weren't.
Boy, that logo could be problematic.
Naps.
It would just be a dude with a tall afro. Don Imus.
I didn't even think about that, you monster. Ray's just a horrible, horrible person. Twins is a bad name. That's weird. Twins are weird.
Twins are. I like the Minnesota Twins. The Diamondbacks. That one's a decent one.
That one sounds like you're just trying too hard. What's a really, really cool snake? A Diamondback? Yeah, it's called the Diamondbacks. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think any of the names are really great.
Like God's not been
That's a
on their
monk.
side for
It's a
decades.
Spanish monk.
But I know God hasn't been on their side in years. What
I
the
know.
fuck?
Like, here's the thing. Pirates is a good name. Like, what are the good names?
Tigers.
Everybody can go with a nice animal. Royals is. I like the. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot.
The Rangers. I like that one.
Astros makes sense too.
Well, yeah,
cause space.
And they'll always say that they have a problem.
Ooh. They do have a problem. They're assholes.
I know. Yeah. I was bitching about that.
You think anyone knew what a Mariner was before Seattle named their team that?
Probably.
Mariner.
Probably. Because there was actually an NHL team, I think, with the same name. Yeah. That was the Seattle Mariners.
Well, the Seattle Pilots were a team for one whole year. There's a Major League Baseball team called the Seattle Pilots for one season. And I think she went back to the Pilots. I like the Pilots. That was cool. Anyway, Guardians, I'll take it. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
I would
again,
like
I'm not.
Do some winning now, man. I keep pushing guys who I thought were coming back soon. They're putting on the 60-day DL now. It's a whole thing.
Ugh. Well, we just traded Todd fucking Frazier and got nothing for it. So that's wonderful.
Adam Frazier.
Or Adam Frazier, not Todd Frazier.
Todd Frazier's playing in the Olympics.
I was about to say, also, Todd Frazier is one of my
What
cousins.
do you mean you got nothing for it? Have you been scouting these guys?
No, because I don't pay attention to scouting reports.
Well, then how do you know you got nothing for it?
I don't like change on my Pirates, Tim. They trade too many players too damn often.
You said on this podcast recently they better trade them because it would make sense. I mean, what you do is you trade that because you don't need them now, right? You get rid of. Now you have the lowest payroll in baseball again. Congratulations, and it's good for you guys. And you beat us just by like $8 or something, and you get some good prospects, right? There you go. You got your prospects. All right, I'm sure they're solid from the Padres organization. Padres.
I don't know.
Be fine. You know what broke my heart today, Ray?
What's
7 o'clock this morning, 12 hours ago, I was watching softball. I was watching Olympic softball, the women's Olympics. First time softball's been in the Olympics since 2008, and when they lost the gold medal game to Japan, it happened again.
Did it?
They lost to Japan in the gold medal game again. 13 years apart, same starting pitchers for both teams.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're like 38 and 39.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that hot blonde pitcher?
Jenny Finch?
Yeah.
She retired.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Isn't she playing like Akron for a hot minute for like a professional softball team?
Maybe the Akron Racers were there. They're like four professional softball teams. I never saw them play. I kind of wish I did. Probably would have been fun. Anyway, that bummed me out. And right before that, I saw us lose another final, get a silver, could have got a gold. It's all right. I don't think we were supposed to win the gold in this. This was very high energy, exciting event. It was mixed doubles, 10-meter rifle, air rifle. Yeah.
What?
We lost to China.
Well, I mean, those kids are trained to shoot at a very young age in China, so it's already.
Well, it was very close.
Was it?
Very close. Yeah, it was very close. But
I was watching, I think it was Nigeria versus USA in women's basketball earlier.
Yeah.
And let me tell you about women's basketball and why it sucks. No dunking. No dunking. Absolutely no dunking. What the fuck, man? That's why we pay the medium bucks to those women in the WNBA.
Medium bucks? They don't even get medium bucks. I think the first round draft picks get like $30,000 or something. Yeah. Medium bucks. Ha. That's funny. It's fun. You ever watch like the I don't know, like in the 60s, NCAA had a rule against dunking for like a handful of years, and these dudes would just fly above the rim and just kind of like finger roll it in because they weren't allowed to dunk.
No, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, like Lou Alcindor when he was with UCLA. Now Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He like there's video of him just like flying up and just being like whoop, tip it in. Yeah, because they couldn't dunk for a while there. I don't know why, but yeah, they got rid of that pretty quick.
I also
women's basketball should win. Softball, I hope, was going to win. Baseball starts tomorrow. Oh no, or Thursday or Friday. Men's basketball lost their first game. What?
I'll be paying attention to that one.
Yeah, me too. men's basketball plays again tonight, I think, or this morning, whatever you want to call it. They play Iran, so they better win, right? They lost to France. They better beat Iran.
Well, I mean, as long as they run up
I know you're going to do this. I knew you were going to do this. You're going to go flock of seagulls on us. You're a monster.
No, I wasn't even going to do flock of seagulls. It's just make sure they run up and down the court against Iran. Ha! See, Tim, this is where
it was worse. It was worse. You could at least went 80s music reference. This is worse.
They ran all down the court. Better.
This is why I say this. You were made in a laboratory by Morning Zoo and Shock Jock radio host. Yeah,
all the greatest.
And you can't get a radio job because people are just done with it. Like if it was 1991, man, you'd be the man.
I would. That's the sad part. Is like have you ever like thought about your life and you're like, man, if only I was like 10 years older during this, I know I would have been able to get myself into this.
No, because I probably wouldn't have. I would have been lazy anyway.
Well, D-Rest, obviously just throwing shade at us now. Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Hell, he was the guy who did the hair. D-Rest is the man who created the flock of seagulls look.
Maybe. I could see him, D-Rest, being in the front row with the hair.
Yeah.
I see it.
Oh, man. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not into the Olympics this year. Like, I care about maybe track and field, and that's about it. I was watching a single, like, I don't know if it was like whitewater canoeing or something.
There's so many events. So many events.
And I looked at this, and it's basically like dudes and women in the in a like canoe, and they have to like go through these like red and green like standards and pass through all of it. And I literally thought to myself, this is an Olympic sport, but mixed martial arts can't have it. Can't have mixed martial arts, especially in Japan of all fucking places too. Like, what the fuck?
Skateboarding's even older than MMA. Skateboard just got in, so, give it time, bro.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. And there was some actually really good heats.
I watched the skateboarding. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Tony Hawk's over there, too. I saw some of his Instagram posts.
Yeah, he's over there commentating and whatnot.
It's pretty dope.
Bummer, like, the number one ranked street skater in the world is American, and he didn't have a very good event. He didn't even place. So,
yeah, wasn't it a Japanese kid that actually won the whole
Japanese
thing?
Guy, yeah. I watched it. I mean, I didn't know exactly what I was looking at, but I knew whatever it was very difficult. I'm into anything when the U.S. is playing. It's weird. Every time I turn on anything and the U.S. is playing, I'm already invested like that. Like I was on the edge of my seat, literally watching a fencing match, women's foil fencing, and it was Sunday night. And it was Lee Kiefer who ended up winning the gold. But it was like the round of 16 match. She was down the whole time, and she had to make a huge run to come back. I thought she was done for sure. I mean, she's done. She's done. They upset. She's out. But she came back, won that match, ended up winning the gold. The first woman to win any medal. Any American to win a medal in foil, women's foil. Interesting. Which is the thing.
Not as good as men. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I understand.
No, you're the misogynist here. You're the show misogynist, the show pervert, and the show monster.
I am.
We know these things.
If I wasn't though, would you love me any more than you do already?
Oh, that's impossible, right?
Good.
Yeah. And I'm the show fat lazy bastard, sexy fat lazy bastard. So
I know. And then I have my chili eating beard. This is the beard of a man who eats a lot of chili.
You say you're gonna like scruff it, and then the bunch of beans are gonna fall out later.
It says there's a bird's nest in there I've been keeping for 3 days. Just make sure the eggs are warm.
Sure. That's the best I have for Hero of the Week this week too. I didn't do one last week. I forgot. And this week it's gonna be Lee Kiefer. Because she's originally from Cleveland.
Is she?
Yeah, and then she went to Notre Dame, and then she lives in Kentucky now. But she won a gold medal in fencing. It's the first woman to medal in that event, let alone win gold. And there you go. So Lee Kiefer's gonna get that. Listen, I thought it was gonna be the women's softball team. All right, until they lost today. All right, they disappointed me. And then Simone Biles decided not to compete in the team competition today. And because of that, they got silver today instead of gold, which they would have gotten most likely. And I thought she was hurt. Apparently, she just kind of wasn't feeling it. I guess.
Yeah, I find that to be retarded.
No, I get it, man. I don't know what's going on with her. I can't, I don't know. Listen, man, mental health is a real issue. Who knows what's going on in her head? She's really stressed out and can't compete. Okay, I get it. I don't know what's going on with her. Sure, there's a lot of pressure on her. I don't know. She says she can't do it. Listen, she's a pretty darn competitive lady. So if she says I can't do it, then she probably can't do it. So,
and it's Yukon Cornelius, by the way, motherfucker. It's not Yukon Pete with my beard. I could be.
I don't know what we're talking about, but okay.
Yukon Cornelius from the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movies. Like the
oh, okay, yeah. I got you. Yeah.
I got a straight Yukon Cornelius beard. All I need is let me twist these into. Now I'm Yukon Cornelius.
All right, silver and gold from the top.
Oh God, I don't even know
that guy. Is that that guy? I'm thinking of the same guy.
I don't know, but he was like a lumberjack character.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, good. We're talking about Christmas movies. What month is it? Oh, July.
Well, I mean, Christmas in July. There's that.
You back? You broke up. You good?
Right. Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Anyway, I'm sure whatever you're saying was super important.
It was. As I was
so next week we have to spin.
Yes.
So I already got the wheel ready.
Okay.
So I'll send it to you for next week for the Tequila Quences. Listen. I got a great name for the second Tequila Quences episode. Listen, what was the name of the sequel to Speed? What was the name of Speed 2?
Speed 2 Electric Boogaloo, I remember.
No, come on.
Vengeance?
Speed 2 Cruise Control. Tequila Quences 2 Booze Control.
I like it.
I figured you would.
Get ready for that next week. We'll be picking... Or we'll be getting our randomly picked.
I've been asking so many people to come on and deal with this. They're like, "What do I win?" I'm like, "You don't win shit." It's like, "What if I lose?" I'm like, "Get to drink tequila." It's like, do you buy the tequila? No, unless you come over. To my brother, I'm like, "Come over, you can drink the tequila." That's fine. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't see him doing it even if he lost. So,
pussy. At least we've had our bets.
Sure. Yeah, I didn't realize the Olympics were starting this last week. It would have been too hard to make a wheel for the Olympics. There's like 3,000 events.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it would have been a pain in the ass. I would have done it, but it would have been a pain in the ass. But I don't know what's going on tonight. I mean, men's basketball, I'll definitely be watching that because I'm angry at them for losing.
Well, good.
Let me take a look.
I'm hoping is women's soccer or is U.S. women's losing again? Because I'm really hoping that they lose because of that girl.
That I watched this morning. Oh my Lord. Okay.
Against Australia?
12:40 tonight, Eastern time is Iran and USA basketball. Against Australia, I tuned in the second half, and both teams were already on to the next round. I don't think I've seen a more boring sporting event in the history of me watching sport. It was that bad. They were just kicking the ball back and forth to each other. They weren't even, I don't think there was a shot on goal. It was
lame.
So bad. I'm just sitting there for 45 minutes watching this. I'm like, this is embarrassing. Like, do they know that I know there's no one in the crowd, but people are watching this on television. This is so awful.
Well, Megan Rapinoe is the reason I'm hoping that they don't win a medal. Like, I just don't like her at all.
There's a lot of hotties on that team, okay? All right. Alex Morgan and Julie Ertz, all right?
But
there's a lot of them, okay? Listen, and they're USA. I want them to win, okay? Yeah, they're American. They're Americans. Even Megan Rapinoe is an American. I don't have a problem with her either. But
I have a big problem with her, but that's just me.
Well, yeah, that's just you. You have a problem with a bunch of things you shouldn't have a problem with.
No, I have super privileged people telling
women
me
are allowed to play soccer, Ray.
Well, no, just super privileged people who get all kinds of shit from doing this and all of a sudden saying they're oppressed. No, you're not. You've worked your dick off to be this great athlete. Shut your face and fucking play, dude. Like, I don't.
Well,
fuck off.
it was them trying to get their money when they won a World Cup. However, the thing about that is, number one, they should have. I think they did end up getting more money than they were originally going to get, which is good. They should have.
Yeah.
But it was something weird. Like if they win a World Cup, they get this much. But the men win a World Cup, they get an insane amount. The only thing about that is the men will never win a World Cup. So I think like that's just like a show number.
Yeah.
They have a good team next time. They play in the Gold Cup here soon. I think they play Qatar soon. I don't know how Qatar.
I think they actually beat them. Or no, was it yesterday? No, I'm thinking of USA Hockey. They beat Sweden in the World Championships, I think, today. So that was cool.
Well,
it was in Michigan.
Thursday night they play Qatar. And then the other semifinal was Mexico, Canada. So listen, Mexico, USA is always fun. So that's what we're hoping. I'm hoping for USA, Mexico in Vegas at the Death Star.
That would be fun.
That would be a lot of fun. I'm not going to be there, but I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Fun. That's always fun, especially now there's some hardware on the line, a little bit. It's not just a friendly, it's a Gold Cup.
I never got into I like soccer live. It's kind of fun, but it's like hockey.
Yeah, I did start watching.
It's hard to watch it live if you don't know what's going on.
I only watch international soccer. Because that's the only one I find interesting is when Team USA is playing. And hey, the closest MLS team to where I live is the reigning champions. The Columbus Crew. They're the champs. And they have a brand new stadium. Brand new gorgeous stadium they just built down there.
Yeah, I want to go to that stadium.
Yeah, I would go too, but I don't watch them on television, but not against it. Definitely not against going. They have that Zardes guy who's fantastic.
I've
now expended all my knowledge about soccer. That's it. It's all gone.
Yeah, I got nothing. I know more about cricket than I know fucking about soccer.
I did watch rugby sevens this morning too. Fiji kills people. They're just big, giant monsters who can run like 4-4s. I don't know that island has, but you know what? We start needing to what's the word I'm looking for? Deplete Fiji of all their athlete resources by making them play American football. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Why? There is a better team out there, and you can pilfer a bunch of fucking linebackers from the New Zealand teams, the black and white teams. You get the All Blacks in there.
They just got beat, buddy. They just got beat.
It doesn't matter. They're one of the toughest teams in the world.
Or they play Britain next. I don't know. Well, Fiji's number one. They're number one team in the world. Well, this is also sevens. They only play sevens in the Olympics.
Okay.
Which I love it, sevens, man. It's so fast. Boom. It's 7-on-7, 2 7-minute halves. Boom. Done. That's good for my attention span.
Yeah. I think that would work in this country, too, for the attention spans of Americans now. Have a sevens league. I think that would be kind of cool.
We do have a sevens. There actually is professional rugby in this country. So no one pays attention.
Yeah.
Last weekend, and I did think about going, but no one wanted to go with me. I sent you the thing. I saw that the national championships of women's professional football were in Canton.
Yeah.
I wanted to go, but I didn't go. I'm sure I would have enjoyed it. I don't know who won. There was no local teams were playing, but I think there was a team called the Detroit Vixens.
Ooh.
I believe. Ooh. Yeah, right. I don't know who won. I'm sure it was fun.
I guarantee you their entire front line has at least dated me once or twice.
Anyway, that's why I was hoping you would go with me, Ray. I wanted you to go and try to pick up all the offensive lines.
Come here, baby. I'm picking them up and putting them on my shoulder. Getting her hurt.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, bust a kneecap. Yeah, that and told you there was a backyard wrestling show I was invited to.
Yeah, you didn't go.
I wasn't gonna go without you. I don't want to go.
I wouldn't have.
Well, that's true. I mean, my buddy's band was playing, and I would have went for that, but I didn't want to go by myself.
See, I find that weird that people don't want to do stuff by themselves.
I do stuff by myself all the time, man.
Yeah, masturbating doesn't count.
Womp this guy. No, I went to the Rubber Ducks game recently by myself. I go to the movies by myself constantly. I only go to the movies by myself, and I go to baseball games by myself. I do most stuff. I'm going to that Bowling for Soup show by myself. I believe I looked up today. Tickets are $22. What's going on? What I miss?
John 209 get like going hard in the paint.
Hey, I was watching Olympics. I was watching the United States soccer. It's U.S. soccer today.
Yeah, but
man.
nobody
It was
gives
boring.
a fuck about soccer in this
boring.
country.
It's boring. Listen, I told you, man. The Olympics. I watch everything. Anything that pops up, there's an American in it. I'm watching it. I watched fencing, and it was great.
How's boxing been? Has there been any?
I have no idea if anything's going. I don't know. I haven't seen any boxing. I don't even know what's happening yet.
I need to pay attention.
I think the only event that I know of that I want to watch that hasn't started yet is baseball, because they play, for whatever reason, they play softball on the baseball field. Like they just move everything in and whatever. That's weird. Anyway,
well, you got to let the broads get their play time out. You know, before they go back.
Not
to
even
the
funny anymore, Ray. Stop it.
It's hilarious, sir.
You're a monster. No, but I mean, like Tokyo is pretty big for they professional softball over there, and then they make decent money. I don't understand why they can't use their actual softball field. Anyway, doesn't matter. But the baseball starts Thursday, I believe, and USA's first game is against Israel.
So, okay. So I guarantee you there'll be a lot of Palestinian flags there. That's a good time.
Dude, you see there was two guys in the judo competition that withdrew from their matches against this Israeli guy?
Yeah. It's bullshit, and it's pussy. It's a pussy move, dude. Like,
hey, man, if it's anything, if you want to do that because what you believe politically, do whatever you want, man. Hey, fine, do it. They didn't do it because they didn't want to. I think those
sports
some of those
and
guys were
politics
ranked
should
higher.
Never really mix.
Well, they can mix if you want them to mix, man. If you're an athlete and you want to bring you can do whatever you want.
I think
doesn't mean Ray has to like it or anyone has to like it, but you're allowed to do whatever you want. You're allowed to do whatever you want.
And I'm not saying that
it's a big platform. It's the biggest platform most of those people will ever get. So if they want to do it, then it's on them, man. They can do whatever they want. I get it. I agree that the way that Israel what they've been doing to Palestinians recently isn't great. So what they want to if they want to protest in the Olympics, that's the biggest stage. Go for it, man. Do you? Hey, man, especially if you're going to give up a match, you're going to take yourself out of the Olympics, man. So yeah, good. Hey, I'm paying attention. Got you, bro. I got you. Do your thing.
I mean, when you have a country that was built off of World War II and shit was going on with that, and then all of a sudden you have a place that just wants to exterminate you called Palestine, it's a thing. I mean, no, seriously, I mean this. I am on the side of Israel here just because the Jewish people
we're not having this
so
argument.
fucking much.
We're definitely not having this
so goddamn much.
Not having this argument with you. I like John's comment. That's good. That might be true. That has always been true. Is that the Jew is a superior athlete? That's true. Hank Greenberg, that's one. Marty Glickman, that's two. Sean Green, that's three. Sandy Koufax, 4. Julian Edelman, 5. It's I probably would stop being. I mean, listen, there's a lot more obviously that I'm unaware that are Jewish, but those are the only ones I think we're at a second. I'm sure there's a whole lot more.
Yeah. It is true. Jesse Owens, woohoo, from Cleveland. Yeah, baby.
Yes, he is. Ohio State Buckeye Jesse Owens.
Yes, sir.
That relay team, it was supposed to be all Jewish dudes running, and they took them out, and that's kind of a bummer. Like, it's weird. Like, Hitler was all right for getting beat by the black guys, but if he was going to get beat by the Jews, it would have been a whole thing. So, yeah,
you probably would have had him shot.
That was Marty Glickman, the announcer, eventually the famous announcer, and also played. I think he played in the NFL for the Giants back in the day. But he was supposed to be on that relay team, Marty Glickman. Anyway, that's things I know from watching documentaries.
Oh, how the Jews get the shaft every time. Makes no sense. They're nice people, wonderful human beings.
You ever see The Devil Next Door with that guy from Cleveland who was the Ivan the Terrible? May or may not have been Ivan the Terrible.
No.
Yeah, it's I think it's like in the 80s they found out this guy in Cleveland, this Ukrainian dude, has been working at Ford for years. May have been this super Nazi. One of the worst.
They deported him at like 85 or something.
Yeah, he was like, I think he was in the 70s at least. Yeah,
good. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking douchebag.
I can't remember what happened. I think he was found not guilty. I forget what happened. No, it was something weird. No, he's found guilty. I forget what happened. I don't know. I don't think he was ever put to death, but they wouldn't let him come back. I can't remember what happened.
Well, yeah, they just sent him away. So it's one of those.
Larry Bird, maybe.
He was definitely a great point guard for the Celtics. I liked him a lot.
Point guard? Come on.
I don't even know.
He was a forward.
Okay.
The forward. I
don't know anything outside of hockey. When
there's like I was seeing some videos of these young kids reacting to Larry Bird highlights, like not knowing who he is. Like, where'd this white guy come from? It's like he may have been one of the best ever. Like, he was one of the best ever.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Well, good for them. They're learning, and no one can say anything bad about the player Larry Bird was. Larry Bird was the man. The only thing is he was injury riddled, injury prone, and that cut his career very short. But and he really messed up his back, paving his own driveway or something like that. Something he should not have been doing as a rich man.
Well, sometimes you want to be a man. You want to know your value.
Larry Bird was Larry Bird his entire, still is. I mean, like that did not change him very much. I mean, I'm sure he has a nice house and things like that, but he would still mow his own grass. He probably still does.
Probably.
Larry Bird's the man. He was an okay coach.
King of the mustache, king of the 70s mustache. Right.
That Indiana State team, I think he was the only player on that team that was an NBA player. I mean, he was just so good. He just dominated everyone, and the only person he couldn't get past was Magic Johnson. And also, he had the better team altogether. Anyway, that's a whole thing too. History, basketball history, great though. Great basketball history.
You know what we should talk about though?
We got time.
Go
ahead. We'll start.
I was just gonna say, I mean, all around that UFC card was pretty dope, man.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, we had a lot of fun comebacks. We get some decisions that didn't make a lot of sense
at all.
The main event wasn't even the worst one, man. It wasn't the worst one.
No.
Let's talk about that one first, though. Let's talk about these two ladies I like a lot. When I see them on cards, I get excited. I like watching them both fight. Miranda Maverick, the Dr. Maverick, and Macy Barber. They got this one wrong. I don't know how I don't know how. I watched it twice. I don't know how they could have saw the second round going for Macy. I have no idea. I don't know what they were looking at. I can't even. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I kind of like in the main event. I'm like, okay, I guess they're kind of looking at this, giving this more points than this, and I don't really agree on it, but I kind of understand where they got it. This, I have no idea what the hell happened. So, I don't know. Listen, I think they're both going to be okay. It's not going to hurt either of them because it was a very close fight. I like both of them, so it kind of sucks that one of them I think got ripped off.
Yeah,
but I like Macy Barber. She called out your boo, Jessica I.
Yeah, I would like to see that fight. I think
too. I think give Jessica I like one of these younger ladies. She hasn't won a fight in a long time.
I think Macy Barber would actually beat her. Not handily, but it would definitely be by decision. And Jessica, I mean, she's been through some wars lately, and
she's Macy Barber's in Sacramento now with those steroid-ridden monster munchkins at
Team Alpha Male.
Yeah, or Team Guillotine, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, did I say something wrong? Anyway, yeah, all little guy. Who's the biggest guy? Do they have one heavyweight who can't roll with anybody?
I don't know. I don't know.
I like her just fine. I don't know. I don't understand what she's.
I think she's hot.
Definitely. Too. I think Miranda Lambert. Miranda Lambert.
Yeah, Miranda Lambert is hot.
Go country music. Yeah, sure. Gunpowder and lead. Yeah, Miranda Maverick. Miranda Maverick is a better country singer name than Miranda Lambert.
Yes, agreed.
Anyway, yeah, Dr. Maverick is too, but they'll both be fine. It sucks. It does suck a lot for Miranda Maverick because I think she absolutely won the fight. I think everyone in the world who saw that fight, other than two people, saw the fight. Man, that's why they need to do something about. I don't know what they're supposed to do or what the answers are with the judging. But they got to try something out, bro. I don't know. I think. I don't know. I'd try, at least in the big events, UFC events, if they can figure that out. Try to get 5 judges.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, maybe 2 out of 3 could mess it up, but was 3 out of 5 going to really mess that up? I don't know. I hope not.
And Tim, I'm going to say this. John 209 just had a great comment, and I'm going to answer why this is a true statement. It's called Midwest Excellence, sir. And it's usually kind of mannish girl, but great ass. I don't know why, but a lot of women who are good looking in the Midwest look like Jessica I, and I couldn't be happier.
There's the way you said that made it sound like there's not feminine women in the Midwest.
I mean, it depends on. Oh man, I just did that. Oh boy,
what did you do? What did you say?
I just put 2 extra shots in here. So enjoy the show, everybody.
Dude, it wasn't as bad as last week. I think you were just super high last week. You look like you were asleep the whole time. I need you to be awake because I'm usually asleep. And I know someone you knew died, and I'm sorry about that. And that's always a bummer too.
Yeah, that was that. I was just kind of if you watched last week's episode, I was kind of in a daze. A friend of mine had passed away, a wrestling friend, and I'm actually going to the funeral Sunday for him. But yeah, that was a rough day. That was a very rough day, and yeah, that episode. I even apologized to you because I knew it was,
it wasn't a good episode. But also, like, I didn't pick up slack. Which I try to do. I mean, that's how we do the episodes. I just try to run shit.
Yeah.
No, I don't run shit. I just try to save the show, and Ray tries to run it to the ground. That's how we.
Yes, I prefer to pile drive it, or Quentin Rampage Jackson power bomb it into the ground. I think that's a fun time.
Right, Ray. I was thinking a couple things that we need to do. Number one, we need a website. I don't know why, but we probably should have one.
Yes.
Also, we need to get a producer. And listen, we'll figure it out. We'll ask around. And then we'll negotiate.
I like it.
I think we can do that, right? We'll find somebody. Listen, Chad Zumach is hiring a guy from Cincinnati who's on his show, and he does great work for him. He probably pays him more than we'll be able to afford. But my point is, we could find somebody. The guy we want to use is busy, or else we'd be using him. We used to use him, but he's busy, so it happens. That and what do you think about getting a PO box, Ray? I was looking into that today.
What though?
Yeah, people could send us hate mail, death threats, fan mail, dick pics, whatever.
If somebody,
I would encourage drawing. Someone draw something for us and send it to us.
You're encouraging just dicks in our mailbox.
I know. I'm encouraging probably dicks. But listen, if you're gonna do it, don't just do a real quick one. I want like multiple colors, right? I want it to take time. I want this to take a week or so of your time. I want real good dicks for you.
I want
anything. Draw portraits. I don't know anything. Write us nice letters.
Veins on the dicks. I want a meaty, like it's throbbing, like it's about to explode.
D-Red said he's gonna get me a T-shirt. That's the biggest thing. He said I didn't wear the Browns T-shirt today. I almost did just to piss him off, but I will probably next episode. But yeah, I could use another brown shirt. He says he's going to send me one, bro. P.O. box, fam.
I like it.
I was looking it up. P.O. boxes are too expensive in the town where I live in. However, there's small towns around me that are much cheaper.
I've looked at P.O. boxes just to like move places where I'd live out of my car and shit and just get a P.O. box and just do it that way.
Yeah. It's funny. I looked at one where I live. It's down the street, the post office, and it's like 4 times as much as one. It's like 3 miles away.
Wow.
It's like a tiny town. I'm like, okay, I'll just go there. P.O. box. It doesn't really matter. Have a Bro Bro Plata have a Midvale address?
You're good times, guys.
Well, the thing is, Mike, you can just send me stuff. Like, you'd have my address. Like, your family, I trust you. Like, I'm not giving anybody else my address. Although people are very easy to find on the internet. But no, you can just have, you want to send me anything crazy, Mike? Just send it to my house. That's fine.
Oh, dude, yeah, I don't know. We might have to do that stuff. I definitely want to get us a website.
Should have done that already.
What?
We got to do this before I run out of money, right? I mean, listen, we got to, and you're blah, blah, blah. You're making money, so we can split this down the middle. We need to do this quickly before I run out. Right?
Well, yeah, and also I got to pay you for the 30 or 40 episodes we've done on StreamYard, because I got to put my thing on there now.
You got to what? Put your thing.
My card. I'm going to start paying for the StreamYard.
Why? I can pay for the StreamYard. It's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't want you to run out of money.
No. That's not. No, it's not. No, I'm not that close. No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
I'm good. I'll let you know if I was. No, I'm good. That's $25 a month. That's good. Yeah, we are in the hole for this podcast. I can't wait till we make $1.
Yes.
Someone send us $1. We'll just put it in a plaque, put it behind me.
Yes. That would be that's what I would want to do, is like people just send us money and then like our first dollar in a frame.
Right. That's how we monetize this podcast. We want people to just send us physical money. Don't Venmo us or anything. No, we want you to send us physical money.
We have
like a church.
I was about to say we can then heal you through the computer.
We do that. That's what we try to do. We try to heal you through nonsense.
Yeah,
best we can.
It's our best export is just buffoonery, and I appreciate.
It's all we have, man.
I know.
And alcoholism, hence the name, Guardians of Alcoholism. That should have been the name of the podcast.
It's true. It's true. We could have done like a James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy logo. Damn it.
Yeah. Casey said his PO box is $135 a year. I found one that was $70.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But $135 a year is not that
big
bad.
one. I don't think. I mean, we can't get a big one. We have to have like a, just basically big enough for. What if someone sends you something in your PO box? Maybe Casey knows the answer. I never had a PO box. What if someone sends you something that's bigger than your PO box, where the post office hold it for you?
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
I'd assume. That's okay then. So you don't need a real big box.
My dad, until he died, had a PO box that he had, like, I think a lot of like maybe child support stuff went to, and like different shit, because he was married before I was born, and so he just had that PO box as like a way to get like legal papers and shit sent to him.
Dude, are you in the mood for a super dark joke? It's probably not very funny.
Yes, I'm always
in the mood
for super dark.
Are you sure? Because I saw.
Have you heard my act? Yes.
I know. Well, here's the thing. It's personal to you, because I saw a billboard and it reminded me of you.
Okay.
It was in Dover. It was a billboard, and it just had like a big like comic book letters, right? And what it was, it was a ring. It was for a jewelry store. And real smaller. You have to drive up closer. You saw the words "the question," and very big in that comic book font was "he popped." And when you explained to me what happened to your father, may he rest in peace, that's how you explained it to me. That's how you explained it to me. When I saw that, I'm like, oh no. I just thought, I don't know. I've thought about you, and that's very sad. But that's how you explained it to me. You're like, oh yeah, he popped because your father
had a brain aneurysm. No, that's actually pretty funny.
I don't know. I thought, because you said the last time I heard the words "he popped" was you, so I'm like, all I see in this billboard till I get closer is "he popped." I'm like, what is that? I'm like, I thought about you, so that's that.
That's awesome. My dad didn't pop a question that day. The only question he had was why.
Did you know about that or not? Like, did you know he had one or not?
Until my mom came to work, I had no idea.
No, I mean, did you know that he had an aneurysm, or is it one of those like it just out of nowhere?
Yeah, it was like out of nowhere.
No, those suck. That sucks.
Came at you. It came at him like a Deontay Wilder knockout. Just hard and fast, and it was it was a rough time, but I do better with double shots of booze and all that fun stuff now.
That happens. Man, there's some weird deaths in my family too. Cousin Mike will tell you there's some strange deaths in the males on our side of the family.
What's one of the strangest?
I don't want to get into it. I don't think it's really much. I know. I mean, I'll tell you later, but I don't know if I can tell you on the podcast.
I guarantee you I can beat.
Oh, you probably can.
Stories.
You probably can. I'm sure you can, man. And listen, I'm sure you can. But yes, my father says our family is cursed, which I don't like to say. I don't like when he says that.
Well,
my dad's in pretty good shape. He's doing pretty well.
But
there have been some pretty strange deaths in my family. I'll tell you later, but I don't want to say it on the podcast.
I got one that I'll share on the podcast just because I think it's kind of funny. And it really does go to show that like my family was destined to just be kind of like bad things, yet good things on top of bad things kind of thing. My great grandfather, my mom's grandfather on my grandmother's side, so it was my grandmother's father, was a maintenance guy at Geauga Lake in Aurora. Now you're familiar with Geauga Lake, yes?
Yes, sir. That used to be the spot.
Yeah. I got banned by my dad one time because I threw a hissy fit.
It was a little theme park there, little Geauga Lake. Eventually, it was a Six Flags as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're building like Ryan homes on top of it. I was just by there the other day, and like everything's gone, even the Big Dipper, which
that's
sucks.
a bummer, man. Because that was a fun place when I was a kid. Geauga Lake and the Six Flags was a fun place. It was a lot closer than to me
Cedar
than
Point.
Cedar Point. You know, Cedar Point is the place. If anyone listening is a roller coaster enthusiast and you have not been to Cedar Point, figure it out and go there because that's the place you want to go. That's the place for roller coasters in America.
So this was like the 1900s, maybe like 19 teens, if you will. Yes. And so my great grandfather goes to work to fix everything at Geauga Lake. Gets to the Ferris wheel and it starts thundering and lightning, and he's on the Ferris wheel. And guess what gets hit by lightning?
What?
The Ferris wheel he's working on.
Oh,
so
Lord.
he got electrocuted on the Ferris wheel at Geauga Lake. So anybody that ever wants to tell like weird death stories, I find that mine like trumps a lot of people's.
No. The one, no, you're right. It does. But it wasn't. I mean, the one I'm talking about wasn't nearly that long ago. But yeah, that's some crazy. That's a crazy one. For sure.
That's nuts. Yeah. It's like
now I'm sad about talking about deaths. However, John 209. Listen, you know, I mean, I'll bite if that's what you wanted. You know, if you don't want to, I 100% understand if you do not want to tell us. That makes sense. Like I said, I'm keeping mine. Probably is best not to say it on the podcast because it's family business, you know. But
yeah.
And it didn't happen 100 years ago, like Ray's, you know. But
yeah.
If you like, I mean, but if you want to tell us, I'm all ears, and I'm sorry that it happened.
Oh God. Oh God.
Got it.
Oh God. Great grandfather died in Auschwitz. I can see where this is coming already. I can tell exactly where this is going. He definitely wasn't a member of the camp.
No, listen. He already talked about earlier. Look, using context clues. I'm gonna guess that John's Jewish. I could be wrong.
No, John's comment is right there.
Oh, is it? I don't see
too much to drink actually and fell out of the guard tower. I knew he was fucking going there. I knew you were going there. And I love you for it.
He stepped on a nail when he was in the torture chamber and got tetanus or something. Yeah, that's.
He stood in the Zyklon B chamber a little bit too long.
You know, neither of us could be on SNL because people would look back at this podcast and pull a Shane Gillis and say we can't be on SNL because of the things we said. Actually, me, I don't think I say anything that's really that. I mean, you have to be really petty to cancel me for anything I said on this show.
Yeah, agreed.
I think the worst thing I ever said, and I'll say it again because I make fun of myself for saying it, is that I never want anyone to die by execution because I am against the death penalty, but I said I'm like even Osama bin Laden, but I'm pretty sure in that episode I'm like, you know what, take that back. No, they should have just killed him and get it over with. Yeah, that was right. No, I take that one back. No, they did it good there. Yeah, but
yeah. Osama needed to die.
My point was, you know, it's not my thing. I don't think that's the right way to do things. Anyway, but that's a little different though, right? That's a guy who's free in the field, right? And he's been doing a lot of damage for that. It's a completely different thing. And if they captured him, they would have been a whole thing, and it would took forever. What did I fall for?
You fell for the old Auschwitz joke.
No, I did because earlier he talked about how the Jews are superior athletes. So I thought.
Then he also said the Jews run the world. So. No, Jesus Christ.
He's going back. I don't know. I don't know. He keeps going back and forth.
There
you go.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of funny Jews out there. I've met.
Did you
a
see
few.
the documentary When Jews Were Funny? It's a pretty good documentary.
No, I'll have to check that out.
It's about old Jewish comics and stuff. It's pretty cool.
What was oh my I didn't watch it this weekend, but Shauna, one of my good friends, started watching Space Jam.
Yeah.
And she literally was like, it's too childish.
Well, wasn't the first one? I mean, listen, the Looney Tunes are supposed to carry that movie. That's not the problem.
No, the problem is the director who never saw Space Jam until 2 years ago.
That's the problem.
That's a huge fucking problem.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that is just a dumb move on their part.
I'm pretty. The thing that makes me bummed about it is I'm pretty sure they could have made it better and still make it a kids movie. I'm not trying to say market it to me. I'm saying, just like Pixar movies, you're marketing it to the kids and the adults. There's stuff in there for the kids and the adults. There's jokes in every Pixar movie that 6-year-olds aren't going to get.
Yeah,
everyone, right?
Those are good movies.
The same thing with Space Jam. Like I said, when I watched Space Jam as a child and watched Space Jam as an adult, it's a different experience, and I watched the movie differently. But I love both. I love then and now. The original Space Jam. I still love the original Space Jam. It's hilarious. Larry isn't white. He's clear. That's hilarious.
That is a great
Number one, Wayne Knight should have been in this movie. He should have played LeBron's assistant.
Yeah.
He could have played that part, why is it Wayne Knight? Doesn't matter why it's Wayne Knight. He got a new job. He works for LeBron now. Doesn't matter. Boom. Easy. And Sarah Silverman was in it. I'm a Sarah Silverman fan. She had a little bit part in there.
Nah.
You're not a fan of hers?
No, not. It's like Amy Schumer. Both of them can eat dicks.
All right. Okay, here you go. Tell me three. Give me three female comics, famous female comics. Your buddies that you like a lot.
Kathleen Madigan.
She's funny.
Hilarious. She's my favorite female comic of all time. I think she's one of the best storytellers out there, regardless of sex or gender or whatever you want to say. Tammy Pescatelli. I like Tammy Pescatelli. And then Christina Pachitsky.
Yeah, Trina's all right.
She's a great comic.
I like Tammy too. I worked with
Schlesinger's good.
Bonnie McFarlane, who's really good. Yeah, Schlesinger's good. Yeah. Liza's great. Liza's a killer. Maria Bamford. Maria Bamford is one of my favorite top 3 comics. Period. Maria Bamford.
She's in my top 10.
She's
not
insane,
in my top 3.
And she's insane. But it's great. That's why she's so great. It's because she's nuts.
Did you see that special from her parents' house?
Yeah, she did a special for just her parents in her parents' living room, and it's amazing.
Oh,
it's so
I love her.
Yeah, no, Liza's awesome, but Maria Bamford's probably my favorite.
That's what I was saying. Maria Bamford's fucking hilarious.
What is Johnson? Put this up. I can't put this up.
I guarantee you, we have no idea who. Okay, this is going to be a challenge here. I guarantee we have no idea who the funniest people in the world, because you can't put anything out there that is edgy. That is a lie. There's some dude cracking jokes in an apartment funnier than anyone. That's a lie.
Also, listen, I think everyone who's not every comic has one person that they know is probably just like the funniest non-comic they know. Mm-hmm. And I'm not just saying this because he's currently listening, but I said this to him before. My cousin Mike is probably one of the funniest people I know. He's not a comic, but he's just one of the funniest people I know. But comedy is a different thing, right? If he wanted to do it, could he do it? Probably, because the raw stuff is there. But it's all different other stuff there. But no, and what you say about you can't put out anything yet? People do it every day.
Yeah.
They do it all the time. I mean, you wouldn't know about it. You wouldn't know about it if it wasn't coming out. No, there's not many people that have even slowed that stuff down. Burr hasn't. Chappelle hasn't. They haven't stopped.
No.
I don't know how many comics. I mean, listen, not the famous ones, like guys who do shows Ray and I do. Have they had to cut some stuff out? Yeah, sure. But the thing is, was that stuff really that funny to begin with? Probably not.
No, and it's there's. And like the women aren't funny thing. I mean, there's some really funny female comics that nobody knows about that we've seen on a regular basis.
I love Mary Centaur to death.
Yeah.
Mary's great. We need to get Mary on the show. She'd come on the show.
I asked her, I'm like, hey, do you like MMA? She just goes, no, and like walked away.
Don't talk to me, Ray. I think it makes sense.
What?
What?
No. Well, no. What? No, we're talking, and also to this point, no, I'm not saying we're not saying you're right, because being a comedian and being like funny with your friends, totally fucking different when it comes to like stand up. It's right. I've met so many people in my life who I've offered to drive them to comedy open mics by saying, oh yeah, I'm funny, I think I'm funny, and then give them stuff. Never hear from them, because
it's only annoying when those people, and I know a couple people like this. Mike is not one of them, but some people were like, "Oh, dude, I'd be funnier than you if I did that." I'm like, "Then fucking do it, then, man. Go for it, go for it." But the thing is, no matter how funny you are, you're gonna fucking bomb when you first start, because it happens, and you're gonna bomb after that too. What do you read this to me, Ray?
John 209. I heard Bill Burr talk about people would be petrified when they saw Patrice come into the room backstage. He's the best ever to me. I agree that Patrice is one of the greatest comedians I've ever seen.
Sure.
And I've seen him live. So
my favorite Patrice story. Have you heard Mark Riccadonna's Patrice story?
No.
Patrice brought him with him to open for him, and he was an all-black room. And Mark, who was not
wait, I'm only seeing some of the comments. It's weird.
D-Rest, there's a documentary made by a very funny woman named Bonnie McFarlane.
Bonnie McFarlane, yeah.
Women are funny, and that's not true. Obviously, it's not true. Even Ray, who's a misogynist, as we said, knows that's not true.
Yeah, there you go. How can I put
what was
this?
I going to say?
It takes a special kind of woman to be super funny. Kate Quigley is a great example of a hilarious stand-up comedian. Like, I love Kate Quigley.
There's some guys who are funny, but it's just kind of funny because they're just drunk assholes. I'm trying to make sure that's not me. I mean, it's funny for a minute. Then originally, this guy doesn't have anything great. He's just an angry drunk guy.
He's one of the best, dude. Like, without a doubt, crowd work was perfect.
The Mark Riccadonna Patrice story. Mark Riccadonna is a Caucasian fellow, very much so, and he went up and opened for Patrice in front of this all-black crowd, and he didn't get shit.
Yeah,
he didn't get shit with all his jokes. So he came out, and Patrice says to Mark, "Hey, watch this." Patrice goes out. They standing ovation when he comes out. It's Patrice, oh, he's killing. He comes out and he starts doing Mark's act verbatim. The act he just did. And he starts killing. He's just like 3 or 4 jokes, and he's like, "You racist motherfuckers." It's so great. Like, that is the greatest story. That's so cool. We got
to get Riccadonna on this show.
Sure. We need to get we need to get a bunch more listen, we talk about 25% MMA on this show anyway. Maybe half on good days, but we need to get more comics on here. Just the bullshit. I mean, listen, okay, especially because we haven't been doing a lot of 2-show weeks, and that's bumming me out. What do you have going on this week, Ray? I thought
Saturday it was Saturday I work
this week. What about Friday?
Friday I'm doing dick.
Want to have a show Friday?
Yes. All right, you heard it right here, Friday. People watching.
We're having a show Friday. I don't know. Maybe we'll have Comic Con.
Yeah.
Hey, Logan Urban won.
Yes. Oh my God, dude! Did you see that? Did you see the knockout?
Yeah. Did you? Blah, blah, blah. Do you have the video?
I can get the video. Yeah. Everybody needs
it for you.
Everybody watching this right now. There's a gentleman that I've rolled with a few times and have seen him train.
I got the video. I'll send it to you. Is it
out of Revolution Fight and Fitness?
Coming your way.
All right. I'm waiting for my Facebook tab to open.
Yes,
but Logan Urban, you guys need to get on the Logan Urban tip. Check him out. He's an Ohio fighter.
5-1 now, 6-1.
I think 6-1 now. And That knee was perfectly timed. Perfectly timed.
Gorgeous.
Oh,
I'll say this, man. That guy is a giant welterweight.
he's stacked.
He's made out of concrete. That guy.
Yes, he is.
Like our dude who's been on the show a couple times. Got to have him back here soon. Andrew Law is also a welterweight, and he looks like he's 30 pounds heavier than him. I mean, I know Andrew's taller than he is, but still, like he is a giant welterweight. Also, I will say this. I will say it because we're gonna have him on eventually. He's never got back to me, but he also never read the message. So maybe you can give it a go. But we'll have him on because we had his coach on and one of his teammates on before.
Yes,
so he'll
go
come
check
on.
Those episodes out as well.
Yeah, it's George Comer and Eric Posen. And I'll razz him a bit because everyone that he's fought has not had a good record.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, this last guy he fought was 6-6, which is more fights than him, so that's okay. But now you got to fight somebody who has a comparable record to you at this point, brother. I know it's not on him. That's like, However, there's one 500 guy I'd like to see him fight because he's a 500 guy who beats people he's not supposed to beat sometimes. Like one of those people is like an enigma. Sometimes he comes out and just will have fights against guys who are in the UFC. He'll have great fights against guys. And then sometimes we'll just lay an egg or get submitted by Andrew Law in 25 seconds. His name is Reggie Merriweather, and he's 15-15. If you're going to do a 500 guy, that's a 500 guy to go with. But at this point, he's like 5-1, Logan is. I think he needs a guy who's like also like 4-1 or something like that.
Oh, no.
Is it not coming up?
No,
but
I'm sure.
I understand what they're doing. They're just building the dude up. It's okay, but he's 27. Let's get him some big quality fights now here.
And he's like I said, man, he's one of the most jacked.
And I'm not saying that there's 500 fighters who have that many fights are probably those guys that for whatever reason they don't have better records, but they could probably beat almost anybody on any given day. There's a lot of guys like that. I'm sure this guy was dangerous, but I'm just saying, let's get another guy who's like, trying to do what Logan's trying to do, another 5-1 or something like that. I'm sure they're out there.
There we are. I got the video up. I just need to and I see my love that I sent that video. It's an awesome video. We'll be bringing that up here in a second. That we will be explaining that why my name played in a little bit but we're trying to get this video of because Tim, if you haven't noticed, my nameplate is pretty awesome.
You gonna call her a dude again, man?
I absolutely will, sir. It's pleasure to see you, JBM. It's good to see you, man. It's fun. It's nice. It's glad you're here. That's all we care about, man. But
well, go ahead, talk. Tell her why. While you're pulling that up, tell her why.
Oh, I think the takedowns were the big reason that TJ won that fight. I think honestly, Sandhagen had him on the feet for most of the fight. And it's the takedowns that won TJ that fight, without a doubt, dude.
Is that a problem, though? Is that a problem?
No, sort of, especially after, the scandals and everything. Like, I don't like TJ.
Listen, yeah, I mean, if you're going to throw somebody a bone, if it's pretty close, give it to one. I mean, don't give it to Captain Epo, right? That fun guy, right? No, I want that guy never to win another fight for that reason, right? And listen, he wasn't the world's most likable fighter. I mean, he was fun to watch, and I still will watch him fight, but the whole Epo thing really pissed me off, and that's he's definitely on my list of fighters I don't love so much. But listen, he looked great.
He did.
So did Corey Sandhagen. It was a very, very close fight. The thing was, what people had the biggest problem with is of the two guys, one of them looked like he was in a fight, and the other one didn't really.
No.
Right. TJ looked like he got his ass beat. If you just saw the guys, if you just saw pictures of those two guys, if you didn't watch the fight, like, who do you think won this fight? You're like, oh, obviously Sandhagen. He barely has a scratch on him, and the other guy can barely see. Yeah, but it's MMA. Everything counts. The wrestling counts. I also think I would have given it to Sandhagen.
Yeah.
Do I think it's the world's most blatant robbery? No, I don't. But
I'm just saying it was not. I'm not saying it's blatant, but it was definitely a robbery to me, at least. Especially since Corey landed that signature, and also I'm going to say this
for the spinning back fest. Who do you think all the judges even saw that land? I was thinking that because listen, I don't know if they even have. Do they have video? We haven't figured that out yet. Do they? If anyone knows for sure, I think they do now. But they all have different angles.
Yeah.
They have different angles at the cage, and sometimes there's stuff that they do not like. They're not seeing what we're seeing on TV, right? They're seeing from the cage, and sometimes you can miss stuff, right? Like I told you, I was going to be a judge for a minute, and one thing I realized right away is sometimes you see angles like you don't know if a punch landed or not. You really don't. Sometimes you just weird angles. So you got to give them that credit. I mean, that happens. And plus, Saudi Yamato and Chris Lee do like every card, right? And most cards, a lot of cards. So I mean, they're probably. I don't know. Are you going to get any better than that right now? I think people would feel better, even if they thought decisions were wrong, if there were guys who used to be fighters. I think Jake Ellenberger is being a judge now. I think if they're like, well, Jake's been in a bunch of fights, man. He says it this way. Maybe he's right. I don't know. I think if fighters were getting judged, I mean, listen, they'd still be angry, obviously, if they thought they wouldn't have won a fight or not. But I think maybe it would soften the blow just tiny bit, maybe, if they were all fighters. And I think more fighters need to get into judging. That's basically what I'm trying to say. More fighters need to get into judging.
I agree. And that would change it completely. If you had fighters as the judges, it would change cards immensely.
I'm not saying current fighters. I'm saying, retired fighters. Like I said, I think Jake Ellenberger is a judge. All right, let's look at our dude Logan Urban and his knockout he had.
Yeah, dude. And you can, if you want to follow Logan, make sure that you just see the name that's spelled there on your screen. Logan Urban, URBAN. This guy fights out of Cleveland, Ohio, at my favorite place to go, which is Revolution Fight and Fitness in Cleveland, right off of Euclid Avenue in the NEO Sports Plant. They're a great place.
JBM, if anyone from the MMA holes is still paying attention, are there quick favor? Like, is there any chance you can maybe help us get some guests? Maybe. If not, that's okay. No big deal. But doesn't hurt to ask. Doesn't hurt to ask, Ray.
This is
doesn't
true.
Hurt to ask. We would appreciate it. Really, almost anyone. We have yet to have a current UFC fighter on our podcast. We had a couple formers. We had John Gunther and Pat Miletich, and they were great interviews. They were great. Everyone watched.
I want to
get
Gunther back on. See how shearing season's been.
Yeah, shearing season, and talk about his latest trip around the world. That guy. What was that story he was telling? Like somebody left him in Africa.
Yeah.
Man, that guy's life is. Man, John Gunther's a character, man. Like
he's one of the greatest people I've ever met, in any form, digital or real life. I'm so happy we got him on. Go check that interview out. But let's watch this Logan Urban knockout. It's 34 seconds. We're gonna let it play and then talk about it. Antoine Blassingame is the gentleman that's about to die at the hands of Logan Urban. So we're going to start it in 3.
He wants Liddell. He wants Chris Liddell. I'm like, yeah, I'd love Chris Liddell. Yeah, if we can get him, sure.
Oh, if we can get Chris, that would be sweet.
Yeah, sure. But most of our messages go unread. Yeah, it is what it is.
But hey, she threw out this, which is always nice. Our marketer reaches out usually to fighters.
Thank you.
So can't guarantee, but I can always ask. Thank you very much.
We appreciate it. See.
All right, let's watch a man die.
Let's do it. Death. Right.
Oh, there we are. Oh,
there it is. Man, I wish the streaming service was better. But basically, you just saw a knee to the face. Can you play that again?
Here it is again. Oh!
He is such a big welterweight.
Oh, he's huge. He's fucking massive, dude. Like, I look at Logan Urban whenever I'm at Rev, and I look at him, and it makes it. You know how Joe Rogan talked about Brock Lesnar, and it's just a totally different human.
Sure.
I look at Logan Urban, and I'm like, that is a genetic fucking freak, dude. Yeah.
I mean, for a long time, you assumed anyone that looked like that was on steroids, but now, I mean, there are just people who there are people like that.
His head went back into the left.
Sure did. Yeah. I want to see Logan fight Reggie Merriweather. Reggie Merriweather drinks vodka before his fights. Apparently, I don't know. I just heard that before he fought our dude Andrew Law. People were like, "Hey, your dude's chugging vodka in the back there." But then he went like, I just saw a fight. It's under. He has one fight on UFC Fight Pass. He's fighting some 3-0 kid from Connecticut. He's supposed to be the next big thing, and they brought Reggie out there in 2019 to fight him, and Reggie knocked him out. And Keith Peterson, Alcohol and Cigarettes himself, was the referee. And that was
by
after
the way,
Andrew beat him.
Speaking of, I think I finally got my ultimate impression for the show.
No, you sent me this. No one wants. Do we have a call?
No.
No.
It's good. No, I'm actually proud of this one because I think I sound like Alcohol and Cigarettes, where it's, "Are you ready, sir? Are you ready?" Like it's there. I need to put like an accent to it.
It doesn't sound much different than your
Scott
Alex
Farrell.
Jones. Scott Farrell and Alex Jones equals Keith Peterson.
Yes. Oh, I am getting a call though. Let me be right. I'll be right
damn
back.
it! No, stop. This is not funny. No one wants this to happen.
They do. People find it fun. I'll be right back.
At JBM, how's the youngin', by the way? I hope she's doing all right. She's doing well. Every time I try to tune in, I fall asleep. I was gonna again, like it was Monday call-in show. I always fall asleep because we're in Eastern time here, and I'm a lazy, sleepy boy. All right, we got a call coming. You know what? Listen, I hate when the calls come in. Ray keeps letting the calls come in.
How are you, Scott Farrell?
Hey, Scott. No one knows who you are, Scott Farrell.
They know who I am. I'm on CBS, for God's sake. I've been fired many times, and I've done a lot of cocaine, but I was on Sirius XM. You know who I am.
That is true. Do you do any more ring announcing? I saw you do 2008 Yama pit fighting. Have you done any more ring announcing?
No, because they wouldn't give me a cocaine stipend.
Gonna say, like, I was gonna ask, how many trips to the bathroom did you do during, like, because after every fight you could tell Scott Farrell was leaving and coming back, and came back scratching his nose. So I mean,
I had an itch. It was an allergy season.
It was an allergy. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, I was allergic to the powder going up my nose, and it definitely made me itch because I was just like, "We are about to shake it up."
All right. I actually have no questions for you, Scott Farrell, so you can just leave.
Okay.
Yeah, that's done. I have nothing for him. I listen, check out the Yama Pit fighting video if you haven't, because it's kind of hilarious. And the Yama Pit is pretty hilarious too. It's like a cage, but they have like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a ramps on the side. Like, so it's like, I don't know. It looks like something you would use in skateboarding.
Hey, Tim.
Who's this? Who we got?
It's her buddy. Hey, it's Alex Jones.
Alex, I'm almost out of alcohol, so you better hurry up. Be funny.
You
got nothing.
I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
What? You got nothing? What? This is split. If this is gonna happen, at least fucking have some bit. Just to fucking come up and say, hey, goodbye. Like, it's done. That's worse. What do we got now? We got more calls coming in. I hate this. Listen, everybody, post below if you hate this segment, and it probably won't stop.
I'm back. Sorry.
Well, guess what? The people who called in were terrible and non-entertaining at all today. They had nothing to say.
I think Alex was just nervous. I was listening to that, and you made him laugh. How dare you?
Does Alex Jones laugh?
Yeah, he was laughing.
That's another guy we're trying to get on the show. Alex Jones, no request. Yeah, he does. He does.
Maybe I agree. He probably had to poop too. You never know.
Probably. No, I guarantee that guy just shits his pants during his show. He just does it like a NASCAR driver. Just fucking go.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
It was.
I need a refill here.
All right, I'll put it on myself. And
hold on. Before you do, I want to talk about how much Jim Beam I have in this house.
How much Jim Beam do you have?
the one in my freezer, what I'm going to drink from right now is a 750, and there's not very much gone in there. It's mostly full. And then I have a half a plastic 750 in my bedroom and 2 full ones. My brother came back from vacation in Myrtle Beach with a bunch of Jim Beam. He's like, hey, these are only $10 here. There's 16 at home. And it's true, they are. He's like, hey, so you want these? So I'm like, okay. So there's that. That's that whole story. I washed his dog. He gave me some booze.
Nice.
I miss his dog. She was sitting here all last episode, if people remember.
I know. She looks so cute.
Great. She's a sweetheart. I miss that dog already. She's the best. Anyway, I'll be right back.
All right. And then I'll actually talk about Joey Jordanson since I really didn't get a chance to. So while you're gone. So, but real quick, since Tim's going to get some alcohol for himself, we'd like to thank all of you guys for being a part of this. JBM especially. You guys rule. The MMA holes are the reason that we have somewhat of a listener base and a growing like system and follow on our social medias. Thank you guys very much. Go to the MMAholes.com as always. And then thank you to the commenters today as well. You guys rule. We're going to be talking about more fights coming up. But really want to talk about something. And you guys, I don't know how many of you guys are metal fans, but before we went on the show, Joey Jordanson, drummer for Slipknot, passed away at the age of 46. And I'm going to tell you guys, you know how you have that feeling where all of a sudden you're like one of your heroes dies and you're just like, man, this is one of them days, dude. Like Joey Jordanson, if you were a Slipknot fan, you loved his drumming, how just tribal and just intense that guy did. And he did it all while wearing a mask. That's fucking impressive as shit. And I'd like to really quickly give a condolences to the Jordanson family. More will come out probably via this, but we found out. Yeah, Mac Miller was another one that kind of sucked, dude, because but like Joey Jordanson was like the soundtrack of my childhood. Like his drumming, especially in like Heretic Anthem, Spit It Out, God damn, so many others. And then the Hollywood, then Hollywood Undead. I believe he wasn't in Hollywood Undead. He was with the Murder Dolls. His time with the Murder Dolls as well as drummer after Slipknot. This leaves a hole, and it really does in the metal community. I consider myself a big metal head, and it can be a heavy feeling. Metal, am I right, guys? Yeah, I bombed on stage yesterday, so I'm definitely going to be bombing on the show today. Oh, man. But, yeah, guys, we appreciate every single one of you for being here every single time. Our OGs, we appreciate you the most. The people who are discovering us, leave a wonderful, wonderful, and also a bro in the comments if you're finding us on the MMAholes.com. Oh, God. He's back. I was just shit talking him.
Stepped on a marble.
Oh, did you? You stepped on a marble. Oh, is it those marbles that were were on the floor when I was there?
No, those were like glass rocks or something, decorative glass.
Yeah,
rocks. These were actual marbles. I don't know. My nieces play down here, and I didn't even know there were marbles. I do now because I just stepped on one, and it sucked. It sucked.
Yeah. You fall down the stairs. They leave marbles on the stairs, and you fall down like the wet bandits. And
I gotta say, getting home alone to my own house. My mother has a Zoom call at work, and she's like, she doesn't know how to operate that. She's like, do you have Zoom on your computer? I'm like, yes. So she's gonna be doing the Zoom call from here. So I gotta make sure to put lots of beer cans and bottles of tequila here, so they can see it. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
I mean, she'll probably move all my knickknacks, but
well, I mean, they are nice knickknacks though.
Right. I mean, more. That's why we need a PO box. Who wants to send us knickknacks and pictures of dicks? Apparently,
we want dicks. We want dicks.
Oh, hey, so can we still get tickets to that fight or not?
Yeah, there's still tickets available.
Okay, where we going?
Not yet. I'm gonna wait till next week when I get paid. That way I can, because right now I had some car issues that I had to deal with.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if you want to go, I'll confront it. If you're gonna, but you just gotta fucking pay me back. That's all.
Well,
I trust that you will. But even if you can't go,
it's just also my buddy John wants to go as well. Because he wants to see the circus as much as we do.
We're talking about Paul and that's what we need to ask MMA hosts about, if they could help us get press credentials. For the Paul Wesley circus.
Yeah, that to me,
we're in Northeast Ohio. That fight's in Cleveland.
Yeah,
we want to go because, like I said, we haven't been to circus in a long time, and that'd be a lot of fun.
Let me do a live lookup here of
prices.
See what the cheapest tickets are right now.
The thing is, if you look at it as you're buying tickets to a fight, it seems like it's a ripoff. But if you look at it as
nobody should go
of what it actually is, right?
They do have $10 tickets, but the $10 tickets are like probably last row kind of thing.
Obstructed view.
Yeah. I mean,
the view isn't that. I mean, listen, last row. I mean, listen, you can. We're going to be looking, most likely watching on the scoreboard anyway.
Oh, yeah. There's some $45 tickets.
All right. So we can get in the building.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just looking to get in the building. I'm not looking for like ringside seats or fucking.
Man, if we could do some press stuff, that'd be great. Also,
that would be great.
I read the email from YouTube talking about playing up their whole new thing, shorts. I think we need to get on that bandwagon.
What are shorts?
It's basically like TikTok videos on YouTube.
Oh yeah, there's been a bunch of those on my feeds and stuff.
There's a great tutorial that basically walks you through it, and as if you don't know anything, which is great because that's exactly what I need. So I've been watching it. I'm like, we can do that because listen, in theory, if we're comics, we should be able to write something funny. So we can do some rants, and we don't have to do it all in one take. You do it in multiple takes. You can add some music, and I think it would help us. So I think we should be doing that.
Yeah.
I don't have too many ideas. One would just be rants if we have anything we want to rant on. Another one would just be, we need to get you beat up, right? You said you wanted to.
Well, that bro, or I can take it, bro, is what I'm thinking about calling.
Yeah, I think we need to do that for shorts.
Yes.
That'd work very well. Just a video of you getting your butt kicked, and then it for 4 people to the podcast.
And I will say this, and just to show the commitment to this, one of the first videos will be me taking a knee from Logan Urban to the jaw.
No, he wouldn't do. I don't think he'd do that.
He would. I guarantee you, he would. Like if I asked him, and also George Comer punching me in the liver. That would be another one where I'd be like,
that would kill you, man. You can't even flick you in the liver at this point. It would just disintegrate. Both of us.
It just turns into chalk and blows
There's
away.
times my cat jumps on my stomach and she jumps on my liver. I'm like, oh God, not there. Move over.
No, I want to take a punch from Tim Stafford, the head coach and one of the owners of Revolution Fight and Fitness, who's a boxer. I want to take a jaw, like just a hook from him to the face. But Comer, I would take a body shot from any day.
I've got hit enough in my day, especially in the head, that I'm good on that. If you want to do it, great. Because I'm
down.
I'm good. Oh, also, whenever we want that video, we can get the video, Ray. The special video we're talking about. Ray knows what I'm talking about. But we have to figure out what we're gonna do with it. But because I'm gonna have to borrow it. So we have to figure, are we gonna do a live? Because our video, when we show videos live, it doesn't do great usually.
Is it a video?
It's a DVD.
Yes, we would I would want to do it live. And for those of you that don't know what it is, and I think a few of our OGs know what we're talking about. Timothy had an MMA fight, 5-6 years ago? 8 years ago, for a local organization. And I have been talking, actually, to be honest with you, I would want to be in the room with you breaking this down.
We can do that.
Yeah, I think that would be the best way to do it.
Find
a way to show it on the screen while we're watching. We need a
so
producer, obviously.
Yeah. What we're talking about is not a live video.
Yeah.
Although, man, part of me, the thing is, every time we show a video on here doesn't go well, because I would kind of like everyone to be involved in it.
Yeah.
But I think the best way, probably, like what you said, we'll watch it and then we'll have someone edit the video in.
Well, no, I was thinking about doing it live, because there is a video share.
The video, they'll make a video, then put it online.
Well, no, the video there is a video file tab on StreamYard.
Doesn't work though. Every time we do a video, what I was thinking is we just do the video separately. We watch it and then we have someone edit the video in.
I'd be down.
That'd probably be the easiest way to do it. And then we just upload it. So we can find someone to help us out with that.
But yeah, there's nothing more I want to watch than you getting your ass kicked.
The thing is, it's mostly going to be me crying about how good I looked. Because believe it or not, people, I fought at 185 pounds. Actually, I weighed in 179 and a half pounds. That's not what I weigh now. I don't know if you can tell or not, but that's not what I weigh now. But yeah,
from the angle, your arms look thin.
Man, this was in the back of an arcade. Listen, there's some real fight, like Kama Worthy fought for Cage Madness, Patchy Mix fought for Cage Madness, and Tim Danko fought for Cage Madness. So yeah, it's that's something we've been talking about the entire time. I'd like it to be for the 100th episode. That's coming up pretty quick. So
yeah, we can do it
for the 100th episode. Nothing. Okay.
I think we'll have some surprise guests. Maybe I might set something up.
So you won't though?
What?
So you won't though?
I'm thinking about doing some surprise people, hitting them up tonight. Actually, yeah, you just reminded me of wanting to do it.
Call Gene Walker. Call him up.
That'll be one of them.
I almost hit up Gene Walker, seeing if he could try to listen. There's a lottery for tickets to the Field of Dreams game next month. So you have to live in Iowa. And Gene lives in Iowa, as far as I know. So I'm like, dude, are you trying to get tickets to this? He's like, not, man, I'll buy them off you. I didn't ask him that, but he's the only person I know who lives in Iowa.
Yeah, Gene's the only guy I know personally.
Well, Pat Miletich. We know Pat now.
Personally, though.
Yeah, that's true. We met Pat over this.
Yes. Which, go watch that episode. It's up on our YouTube right now.
Good guy, that Pat Miletich.
Huh?
Good guy, that Pat Miletich.
Fucking awesome. Still one of my favorite interviews, even though I trampled over a lot of it because I was nervous.
It's all right. It happens. We've had listen, I like most of our interviews. We just haven't had one in a very long time, and that's not good. We should have more.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, we kind of exacerbated most of the easy interviews to get, except Logan. Logan's like one that we should be able to get pretty easy. Well, I mean, listen, one of my favorites, I said all the time, I just got it on because he was fighting someone I knew, and that's Isaiah Watkins, and now I want to have Isaiah on all the time.
Yes, Isaiah Watkins is my favorite. Probably one of my top 3 interviews of any podcast I've ever done. And I've done a quite good amount of.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for him to get another fight, but actually, one of his teammates, Cameron Van Camp, who fought our buddy Andrew Law and beat him back in the day, just had a fight this weekend and won. He's real tough. Cameron's a really tough guy. Very good. What was I going to say? I don't. When Aaron has another, not Aaron, excuse me, Isaiah has another fight. I want to get him back up, but I think we should do a show. I want to play games with him and stuff. I want him to do movie reviews. Right.
Yes.
Because I just want to set that guy up to be himself. And because he's just great. He's great. He's just a great personality. I just want to set him up to be himself. Because I no idea. And we didn't know anything about him when we had him on. And just we kind of hit a gold mine. Because that kid's going to be a star if he can even throw a punch. So, which he can. So if he's any good as a pro, he'll be a star. Because his personality is fantastic. You can't buy that. And he's great. He's so much fun. I mean, Just him talking like 10 minutes about Beowulf. He brought it up himself and just started talking about how much he loved Beowulf. I'm like, all right.
Oh my God, that was such a good day because it was like not a lot of people like that movie, and
Isaiah loves it.
It's one of the best like computer animated films of all time, and it's got John Malkovich in it. Of all fucking people, it's got John Malkovich in it. And one of my favorite lines is right after Grendel like tears through. Everybody remembers Beowulf from English class, I would hope. I don't know if did you read Beowulf in English in like high school?
No. I had to read, what did you read? I remember the books I did have to read.
Beowulf was one of them. No, that was college. I had to read a book about Rumspringa, which was interesting.
Cool.
But
Ramstein was an answer on Jeopardy the other night.
What?
Yeah.
And it's Rammstein.
Rammstein, yes. Because apparently the guy, he got the question correct, but he mispronounced it like I just did. But he knew it, just didn't know how to say it. But they counted it because
it's Rammstein. It's a Du hast. Yeah. Still one of my favorite pyrotechnic things. Dude, their pyro was out of this fucking world. Oh, just too much.
I believe you. Hey, I'm waiting for the Cleveland Guardians shirts. Talked about the Cleveland Guardians.
Woo!
Cleveland Guardians. That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh my God.
Shirts. I'd wear those.
I might have to message Slave Pit over that. They should make a Virginia Guardians shirt. That would be kind of dope. I would buy that. I would buy a Guardian shirt.
I watched his TED Talk recently.
Blothar's?
Yeah, the guy behind him, yes.
Beefcake the Mighty, whatever you want to call him. He was the original Beefcake.
The actual name, Dr. something or other. It was the actual the human version of that.
The human slave.
Human slave, that's right, yeah.
Yes.
I don't really know any of their music. I would get into it, but no, you say you want to see him. They come around, I'll go see him. Because I heard Guar is one of those shows you have to go see. So
yeah, well, I mean, how can I put this?
Do you want to go see Bowling for Soup with me or not?
I don't know if I can.
It's on a Sunday night. That's the thing.
Yeah, that would be
all right. That's fine.
Sketchy.
I'll just go by myself. I already got it figured out.
Take video. I might be going to see Newfound Glory.
I don't do that. Columbus. I don't take video, man. I like to sink in the moment. I don't want to watch it through my phone. I watch it through my eyes.
Agreed. I'll be taking videos of flogging Molly.
That's fun. Look, I'm glad people do it, but I don't want to be the one doing it. You know. But yes, I checked that venue north of Pittsburgh, that Jurgles place. That place looks really fun, and there's a lot of cool bands. Blackstone Cherry's going through there.
Ooh,
Fozzie's sold out.
That they would. It's all wrestling fans.
Probably, and they're not good. I've seen Fozzie live. Not good.
No.
The thing is, they have some decent songs, but it's all production. Like he can't sing live.
No, Jericho does, and like the one thing about
doing auto tune.
Yeah, Judas especially.
It's a decent song.
Yeah, Judas.
But it's heavily produced.
Well, but I was about to say, like, even that became a thing in wrestling circles because on the Jericho cruise, the crowd just started chanting, I become man.
Yeah.
Judas in my mind. Like,
it is a legitimately good song. It really is. But
it is.
I've seen them live and they're not any good. They're like a bad cover band.
Well, that's how they started.
And they started as a bad cover band. Now they're
I'll send you some stuff.
Oh, by the way, if you don't know, that's Chris Jericho, the wrestler. That's his band.
Trish, yes, especially with his hair now, he's Trish.
Chris Jericho,
dude. I will.
But
say
anyway,
that.
I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna get a hotel room, and I'm gonna have a good time. Again, you're talking about people not doing anything by themselves. I'm gonna go to that show by myself, probably, and that's fine. Because, like I said, that way I can take my time. Right, I can go out to eat wherever I want, find some place in that area. You know, I'm going to get a hotel, probably a nicer hotel than I need because that's how I am. I'm at least a 3-star guy.
Oh my God.
I've stayed in shitty hotels, but I prefer not to.
Yeah, I'll go for like a nice Motel 6 by like an off ramp. That's usually where I'll go.
If I'm with somebody and we're doing a trip and that's what they want, I'm like, that's fine. I can handle it. But if like, I like to go with the Holiday Inn. I'll go for the $120 hotel instead of the $60 hotel. So
when I went to Erie, the hotels right now, because it's like tourist season, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Erie had a tourism season. It was like, dude, hotels were like $250 fucking dollars
in Erie, Pennsylvania.
In Erie, Pennsylvania, and that's why I'm only gonna do shows in the wintertime in Erie. Like I'm never gonna do shows again in like the summertime because I was gonna stay.
Well, they should put you up. I mean, there's a reason why comedy clubs have condos, so they don't.
Well,
pay
I was talking about
rooms.
even like Meadville. I was going to drive from Meadville to Erie last week to go watch Kevin Downey Jr. And it just ended up being like nothing.
What's the name of that comedy club in Erie that you're not qualified to perform at?
Because I haven't gotten a call from the booker. I know.
No. Because you have to be clean.
Oh, Keller's used to be JR's.
Okay, yeah, because there's one that Bergancy was talking about it on Rogan, because they only book clean comics.
Well, they did. There was not a lot of clean material going on with Kevin Downey Jr. at this show, so there was like F's and shit.
It had to be a different place.
No, it's the same place. They just changed the name of it.
Okay, then maybe it's different. Maybe it's not like that anymore.
Yeah, Junior's was the place that like you had to be super clean, and now it's
no longer a thing. Okay.
Yeah, Keller's Magic and Comedy Club, which is a fucking awesome venue, dude. Like I'm not gonna lie,
just the words Magic and Comedy Club. Listen, and again, I'm not against magic. Those people work so hard. I'm just against anything hacky.
Dude, Doc, they're like resident magician who does like street magic after shows. Oh my God!
Well, he's talking about this last episode. Yeah, I know a guy too. Dude, you know what? I wonder if the Allens will come on the show and fuck with us. They'll do fucking mentalism over the internet.
I'm down.
Oh, they would do that shit. They have a time, they're busy people, and we can't offer them anything. So, not even exposure. We can get them like 8 new fans.
Yeah, not even that. Probably 4. I'm gonna keep myself.
All right. So you splitting this PO box or what, man?
Yeah, I can split a PO box. I want to work on the website first, sir. Website is more important than the PO box.
The PO box was cheaper than I thought. It's like $6 a month. And I was like, well, I mean, not like I said. I'm not going to get it where I live here. I have to get it in another town, but because it's literally like more than 3 times as much.
Is it like your girlfriend that lived in Canada?
No. It doesn't. I know what you're trying to say, but no. I can show you. I have proof of this. The PO box thing.
Have you ever had a friend say that?
Recently, no. Probably like I was in middle school or something. That's the thing, right? Like I met a kid at camp, right? I met a girl at camp. No, yes. But the thing is, you're absolutely watching the show correctly. When we can have Mike on the show?
Yeah,
Mike on the show. Here's the thing. Whenever you want to be on the show, Mike, you can be on the show. All it takes
is not today.
Not today, apparently.
Not today.
Okay. Race is not today.
Just me and Tim. The way it's supposed to be.
But it doesn't even... We use StreamYard. You don't even have to have an app. You just can open it on your phone or in your browser. It's really easy.
Yep. That's why I like StreamYard. It's just...
But we don't use... The thing is, that's the best part about it, but we don't use it ever.
No.
We need to do more... Okay, listen. Let's make this pat. Okay, put your hand up. We're doing this.
Hold on. I got to check our numbers.
We have no numbers. 0 numbers. Don't look at the numbers. I can tell. Because when you get bummed out and no one's watching, it's fine. Mike's watching. That's all that matters. Like, this is us. Okay, never mind.
What's the pack? Okay. What's the pack?
We're gonna have a show Friday.
Yes.
Let's get somebody.
Okay.
Comic. Let's get a comic.
Okay. I like it.
Last time we tried to have Dwayne on, it didn't work very well. Although it was fun while it lasted, it just didn't work very well.
Yeah, Dwayne's fucking awesome.
I love him. He's my favorite. One of my favorite people. I thought it was I watched the owner of the Funny Stuff Comedy Club, Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, Pete, write my name. I thought I saw him write my name to work this weekend. But then I double checked and he's like, oh, I have somebody else. I'm like, did you forget to write my name down? It's all right. I'm not mad about it. Ray would get super mad about it, but
because
I'm bummed. But I'm assuming, knowing him as long as I have, I'm assuming it was just that he just messed up. He just made it. It's usually what it is. So not a big deal. Also, hosting while John Brown featuring would freak Ray the fuck out, I'm sure.
No, well,
not me, because John's been working hard. John's funny. I haven't seen him in a while. I actually want to see him do his whole thing because I haven't seen him do more than like 5 minutes. So I probably won't go up because I'm lazy, but I wouldn't mind seeing him.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been going there so goddamn long that like.
But Ray, do you think about this? Ray's talking about other people getting booked other than him. Do you think it's just very possible? Like he may be wrong, but do you think he just thinks these people are funnier than you? Like he may be wrong. I mean, yeah, he could be wrong, but that's his opinion. I mean, that makes sense then, right? If he just thinks they're funnier than you,
not really.
I mean, he may be right. I think that's probably what it is, Ray.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's probably what it is.
It's just one of those things where he bitches
what else would it be?
He bitches about me going out doing bar shows in Cleveland. Like, it's where the fucking.
Everybody does them, and he knows that. He doesn't give a shit. He gives shit everybody. Dude, when I did the show at Buzzbin, dude, he got really pissed for a while, but he wasn't really ever pissed.
I did Barmacy on Sunday.
How's that?
Fucking he who shall not be named on this show because I do not like him at all. It killed that room, dude. Like,
is it someone whose name I just said?
No.
Oh,
John's trying to bring the room back and really do everything.
Oh, Kettler.
Ugh.
I don't personally have a issue with him but I know a lot of people who do. So yeah, and I met the guy, and anyway, this is just comic.
He's a piece of shit. Fuck Chris Kettler. I'll say it on this show. I don't give a shit. What's he gonna do? Come over and blow acid in my face?
I saw a news article. Someone it said like there's a comedy club opening in Massillon. I'm like, dude, that's closer to me than Funny Stuff. I'm like, there's a comedy club opening in Massillon, and I saw owner Chris Kettler, and I'm like, shit, never mind. Anyway, it's called Crackpots.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 6 months, and then it'll be over.
Yeah, that will go very well. Anyway, we'll stop talking about inside shit. There's something else I was gonna talk about that I can't remember now. Fuck. Damn it. Shit. It
wasn't. Have to do with puppies.
No. Why would it? Were we talking about puppies?
Sometimes you think about puppies to get happy. You never know.
I don't know, but I'm pissed off now. What were we talking about?
MMA, possibly.
It wasn't about. I know it wasn't about MMA because MMA is what we go to when we have nothing else to talk about.
This is true.
That's the only thing. Good thing about that. That's how the podcast works. That's why we usually don't start out on it, even though we do have a problem because we do bury leads, but because of that, that's because if we just talked about MMA right away, we would just feel like we ran out of stuff to talk about, which we wouldn't really. I don't know. We need to get better at that. That's why we need a producer.
You saw that article I sent to you about Stipe, right?
Oh, that wasn't what I was thinking about, but it's one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Go ahead, set that up.
So let me get the exact website here that I sent it to you a couple days ago. This is off of lowkickmma.com. The Stipe Miocic is talking about apparently hinting at going to ONE FC in China to fight in their heavyweight division. Yeah. I honestly think he'd become their champion like fast.
He'd be their champion for a decade.
Yes, he would be the Fedor Emelianenko of China. Like he would go in there and just run it until he fucking. Plus, like, how much money do you think like Stipe could get out of them?
More.
Yeah,
that's just the answer. Just more. I don't know how much, but more. Well, here's the thing. For whatever reason, the UFC. They don't hate Stipe, but he's not one of their favorites. That's one of the reasons why, for whatever reason, they didn't give him a rematch, which I think he absolutely positively deserved against Francis Ngannou. And they're doing an interim fight, and they're not putting Stipe in there, and Stipe doesn't even have a fight lined up. What?
Yeah.
What? You think he's done because he got beat one time by a guy he beat before? Really? It's weird. It's like they're putting him they're not releasing him. It's like they're putting him at the pasture as far as him being the champion. Because he lost one fight. Because and you watch that fight, he made a mistake. He fucked up and got knocked out. Right? He made a mistake that can be fixed. And I think the third fight is absolutely the best fight of the three. I think absolutely positively 100% a third fight is the best, most competitive fight of the three fights.
Yeah. Agreed.
100%. Unless someone gets caught quick, which would probably be Stipe, but Stipe doesn't knock a whole lot of people out with one punch.
No,
but he knocks people out with 5 punches. But and he's great, and he's still the most accomplished heavyweight. And listen, in my opinion, the best. Who is better? You want to say Francis is better? Listen, Francis beat him one time, and he beat him with one punch when Stipe made a mistake. He didn't outclass him for 5 rounds like Stipe did when he fought him the first time. Although Francis is a different fighter. That's why I say the third fight would be the best fight. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they're doing with Stipe. I tell you what they're doing. They're disrespecting him. I said that before.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Because he doesn't talk shit. Listen.
He talks shit.
He's a different kind of perfect star. He's a perfect star because he's a blue collar everyman. He literally has a day job.
Yeah.
As your number one, maybe they don't like that. I don't know. Maybe they the fact that their number one guy has a day job thinks they make him look shitty or something. They don't pay guys enough because he has to have a day job. He doesn't have to have that job. He works I don't know how much he works, but he works 24-hour shifts. Right? He's a fireman, so he enjoys it. So to this day, right now, he may be working right now. He is a fireman. How weird would that be, man? You call an ambulance or something, and Stipe Miocic shows up.
Some guy dying of a heart attack that's a UFC fan.
Big fan.
I can't. Is that Stipe Miocic? Just keels over from disbelief.
Right. Did I talk about it was right before COVID hit. So early March 2020. I went to the hospital. I had to call the ambulance. I think I told you this. Did I say it on the podcast? Quickly, basically what it was, and I didn't know at the time, is they just took me off my anxiety medication. I didn't realize I was having a panic attack because it's the worst one I've had in a long time. And I was also sick. So I was sick. I had a stomach flu. So I kept puking and I couldn't breathe because I was having a panic attack.
Oh, God.
So I thought I was dying. So I called 911. And that stomach flu was fucking rough, for a handful of days. It was rough. But they're like, yeah, you just, they gave me Valium at the hospital and I finally was able to breathe. But I was like, I didn't realize I was having a panic attack. But thing is, I called the fire department came, right? Because that's the closest place to me is the fire department. But could you imagine if that was happening? If it's a Stipe showed up, would that help me at all? I met you once before, but
I would just be staring at him the entire time. I wouldn't be talking. I'd be like, I just need to get through this heart attack I'm having. And then I get to shake Stipe's hand. That would be where I went with it.
Is it weird that I have more fun with the show the more drunk I get?
No, because I definitely do as well. That's why the vodka is
That's
flowing.
Why it's fun. And also, that's the kind of show we listen, could you imagine if we had somebody behind the scenes just directing us who was not drunk?
Yeah.
No, that'd be great.
Well,
just make sure we're not off track.
Yeah.
Not like a dictator, but just kind of hey, we remember whatever you do, whatever you are right now, go back to this.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
I think that'd be fun.
That'd be good. That'd help.
Sending us private chats.
Yes, that would help.
It would.
Just to keep, so we know, they can have a list of subjects. Chad Zumach's show has a list of topics. I don't want to do that, like a PTI kind of.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. But I would like someone else to have that just to make sure we don't forget anything. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know if anyone likes the show. I have a lot of fun doing it.
We get an awful lot of likes, and our Facebook has grown a lot too, which is weird.
Yeah, we get more on our Facebook than we think we do, which is kind of forget because I know the MMA holes people that came over are all YouTube people, but we do have. It's mostly
we have
people
Facebook watchers.
Yeah, those are mostly people that we already knew. But
hey, man,
it's great. It's great. Also, we need a new logo. Need a new logo. That's what we need for show 100 is unveil. No more veal. Unveil a new logo.
I like in vitro fertilization.
Let's do that.
I like
but also new logo. What were we talking about? Stipe. Yeah. So yeah, the point is if he want to, I don't know, he may just be saying that because he's trying to stir a pot a little bit. Stipe doesn't do that very often, but maybe they gave him an offer. But if he's under contract to the UFC, that means he has to fight his contract out. I don't know how many fights are left, or they have to buy him out, which I don't know how well those negotiations have ever gone with the UFC trying to buy a fighter out. So I don't know. But listen, I love Stipe to death.
Yeah.
He's the man. He's my favorite. Yeah, he is my favorite.
He's my favorite Cleveland athlete, and I don't have many. Like
when you say Cleveland athlete.
Yes.
Well, you're not a Cleveland sports fan. I mean, you're talking about athletes from Cleveland?
A Cleveland athlete, people who play for Cleveland's teams.
Oh.
Because like if I was my top 3, I would have to say would be number 1 is Stipe, number 2 is Jesse Owens, and all time, yes. And then number 3 would probably be Jim Thome.
Okay.
Those are like my 3 Cleveland sports figures that I really
I'm not going to go all time on my list because I think all time is a whole nother conversation. I have to really think about it, right? But I can give you current right now.
Okay.
Stipe, 3. Baker Mayfield, Jose Ramirez.
Okay.
Shane Bieber's up there too. Man, I just fucking love.
I'm getting really tired of seeing that Miller Lite commercial. By the way,
you know what? Me too.
Fucking everywhere.
The worst thing is it reminds me that he's hurt. They just moved him to the 60-day DL.
Did they?
Yeah. You know what? They're probably not going to buy the trade deadline. They're probably going to sell or not do a whole lot because they just had bad luck this year. There's so many guys hurt. At one point, they had a good starting outfield of Eddie Rosario, Jordan Luplow in center, and Josh Naylor in right. All 3 of those guys are hurt. Yeah. Naylor's done for the year, most likely, because he just had. Did you ever, we saw that video. Yeah, we watched the video on here.
Yeah.
The guy shattered his leg.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh, hey, did you see that video of that proposal?
No.
I sent it to you. I said I might need it for today. No, that's not important.
Oh, man.
Also, the Savannah Bananas are having fun.
Yeah, I saw that some guy like came out, like introduced himself at that Savannah Banana game. I want to go down to Savannah, Georgia, and see this team desperately. That might be a vacation time. Take like 2 days, go to Savannah for a game, and then come back the next day.
Do you know what is his name? Crap, I can't remember his name. He's a comic. He's from here, but he lives in Savannah now. What is his name?
Chris Harvey?
No, not Chris Harvey. Man, I may not know him. He had cancer. He started doing comedy when he had cancer. He's good now. Shoot, what was his name? Lars. Lars something. Anyway, he lives down there. So we can hang out with him. Maybe we can stay with him. I don't know. But he lives in Savannah. I know that much. So
yeah, I want to go down to one of those games. Those seem
they look fun, man. They look fun. Like I said,
although it'd have to be Banana Ball. I would have to go on a Banana Ball night and see what that's like. Because
quickly, if anyone's paying attention, they don't know what we're talking about. So, the Savannah Bananas is like an independent baseball team. They started doing this new weird version of baseball, which I'm a baseball purist, but I'm all for it because it's fun. And if they were around here, I would go to many games. It's mostly baseball. They do a couple of quirky, weird things, and they also just try to have as much fun as possible. And recently, it was on ESPN. catcher. They gave a catcher a wireless microphone and let him introduce himself as he was going to the plate, and it was pretty hilarious. So
funny.
So this basically things that because baseball being baseball, they just kind of taboo for a long time. They're just like, let's just try to have as much fun as possible, and that's great. If I had an independent team like that, I'd do the same thing. Actually, one of my dreams, it would never happen. One of my dreams is to own an independent baseball team. I don't want a major league team. I want an independent team that can have fun with like that.
Yeah, that would be fun to own an independent team. I'd call them the Rays, and they'd be like, "It's my fucking name, assholes."
You get
named
sued
after
by Tampa
me.
Bay.
You
call them the Tims.
The Tims, yeah.
TAMES, Tims.
Make them all wear Timberland boots.
Sure, I'm having fun. You having fun? Let's have more fun.
Let's have fun. What do you got?
Fights.
All right. I want to talk about that Kyler Williams fight.
Kyler Phillips.
Kyler Williams.
You have the thing?
No, I don't have that tab open.
Well, Bro Bro Plata just keeps getting worse every freaking episode.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Is anyone? Did everybody give up on us today?
No, there's people watching.
Okay, hey, everyone watching, send us questions about anything on Earth, fights or anything else, because we love that. You know, I was thinking about doing, Ray, but I don't know if we have enough people for make it worth it. I think we should have a question of the show. We could just try to get people to ask us questions of the show, and maybe the end of the year, we take all of our questions of the show, we put them on a wheel, and if someone has more than one, they get more than one spot on the wheel, and then we give them a prize.
Okay. We'd need a sponsor.
No, I'm thinking, listen, I'm trying to get more questions. So I think we may have to pay out of pocket for this prize.
Oh.
Not a crazy prize. Something we could afford.
PS5, you're right. I think that's...
Right, like a PS5. No, no, because it would just be Casey and D-Ras with 87 entries and no one else. But no, I don't know.
Hey, man, some people want to play PS5 badly. If we said PS5,
not that much. I'm talking like a $50 limit here.
A TGI Fridays gift card.
So, I don't know, man. Just think of something creative. Well, how about just personalized Bro Bro Plata merchandise that we don't get in bulk? We just get like sample versions of it, and we send it to them. We'll do that.
I like it.
We'll get your shot glass and a T-shirt, maybe a koozie, everything we're talking about getting that no one wants to buy.
But people would take for free, guaranteed.
Absolutely, yeah. Sure.
I'm looking at TJ's face, just smug.
He has a hittable, punchable face, doesn't he?
He's just.
Okay, here's the thing. First thing I thought, what did Dana say about that decision? Did you look?
No.
Oh, neither did I. I thought one of us
this
would do
actually,
that.
To be honest with you, at this point for listeners, I'd do it.
Ray would do it.
Tim's like, you're on your own there, sport.
He is on his own. He has more experience than I do, and that's not a joke. That's legitimately true. He has more. We don't need to get into it, but he has more experience, and there's no shame in that at all.
Grindr profile, it's okay.
No shame in that at all. He's more experienced around
that
than I do. However, something, man. I don't know. What's anybody want a Jim Brown mini helmet? No. Okay.
Oh God. Well, at least I know that I'd have my hands full. There we go.
What does Casey want to grapple you? What's going on?
No, he get it. Sometimes you do it 2 or 3 times a day. It takes a while.
How about a personalized song and music video?
I'd be down. Made by Andrew Law.
No, we'll do it. We'll have musicians help us, and Ray and I will sing it, and we'll make a music video. The Bro Bro Plata appreciation video for the winner of the contest.
I like it.
We can do that.
But yeah, let's talk about this Kyler Phillips loss. Even though
Kyler Phillips is great. Really?
No,
I think they got this right.
What?
They got this right.
I don't think they did. I really don't.
I mean, listen, Kyler had a hot start, but Pave, what do you say his name?
Paiva or whatever.
Paiva,
I think it is.
came back and had a great fight. No, I think he absolutely won this fight, but good for him, man. I thought he was down and out early, but he came back and had a great fight and this is a great back and forth fight, man. This is a fantastic fight. It's everything you want. Had a little bit of everything. They can't. I mean, you wanted them kind of stand and bang a bit, but they're both great grapplers, so that happened too. It's a great fight. It's kind of everything you want in an MMA fight. It's one of those fights that if someone was like, oh, okay, if someone says show me one MMA fight to get me into MMA, I show him a knockout probably, or a submission. But if I was going to show them a decision, I show them something like this, a little bit of everything. Not boring.
It wasn't. No. This was one of the more entertaining fights of the year, dude. Like, for real, I was happy at the fact that both guys really put a lot of effort in because I didn't know who Kyler Phillips was. I didn't know who this Paiva kid was. And for them to be the co-main event of the evening, right before one of the biggest robberies of all time, I put it up there with Tyson Fury. But, that's just me. And for this, I honestly thought it was going to be a draw. I really did. How back and forth and how close the entire fight was. Paiva was definitely controlling a lot of it, but I honestly thought they were going to go for a draw, dude. Like, I didn't think when I heard majority, I was expecting a majority draw. And I did not get it, sadly. And I was sad about that because I would love to see them run this back and have a second fight against each other and make this a main event fight night for nobody really to watch. But you play that highlights from that first fight, dude. Oh my God. I saw your face. You fucking put the highlights of that fucking fight up. People are going to want to watch that second fight.
Yeah, but you don't need to make it a main event. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hell yeah, you do.
The main event.
5 rounds, bitch.
The main event we have this week is one of those. Like, I really don't think either of these guys, Hall or Strickland, are going to fight for titles. They may surprise me, but
Strickland's on a nice nice win streak though.
Yeah, I mean, he may be the one to surprise. I mean, Hall too. They may, but the thing is, you see both these guys fight. This is a hardcore fans fight, I believe.
Oh,
like
yeah,
a fans fight for sure. It's because it's just two guys. If you watch them fight, you're like, oh yeah, they fucking go get it, and like, oh, them together, oh shit, what's gonna happen? Who knows? Does that have title implications like the last main event? No, not at all, not right now. But is it two dudes who can scrap? You want to see them go for 5 rounds, see what the hell happens? Yes, absolutely, yes.
Do you want to know something really fucked up?
Tell me.
Okay, so we've talked about UFC 210 in the past, and the fact that I attended this fight. Can you name me who Kamaru Usman fought at UFC 210?
Uriah Hall.
No.
Sean Strickland.
Yes.
I have 50-50 shot.
Me and my buddy, we were watching the fights this weekend and we were balls deep fucking, I'm drunk drinking Sky vodka and getting high as fuck. But like, I look up UFC 210 and I'm like, oh yeah, we fucking saw Kamaru Usman fight Sean Strickland. And I don't remember it, Tim. I don't remember the fight at all.
Yeah, then you saw 2 future champions. You also saw
Jan Blachowicz.
Jan Blachowicz, yeah.
Here's what fucks me up.
Who did he fight? Patrick Cummings or something?
He did. Yeah. He did. You got
he lost, didn't
shot. He? Yeah, by decision. That was the opening. I think it was Fox still at the time. Was that Fox?
I don't know, but I need to get to a UFC card, man. I'm in Jones and man, anything close, I'm fucking going.
Oh, it was FS1. But listen to this.
Dude, you want to go to MSG?
When is that?
I think they're saying for 66 or 67. So maybe October,
November. Did you see that? Speaking of Kamaru Usman, they made it official in November.
Yeah, that's the one we're talking. November, yeah.
Yeah,
that's the one they're talking about. Maybe MSG. Thing is, I still don't know if I want to go to New York right now.
No, I don't want to go to New York just because of the crime. Like right now,
it has arisen. That's true,
dude.
But
it's
also
bad from what I've heard from people living in New York. It's gotten so bad.
Yeah, I mean,
like it's warrior.
Times
level.
I've been there, I've had fun, but like, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, maybe not there. I don't know. I'm waiting for them to go to, I don't know. Well, Cleveland would be nice, but it looks like that's not going to be a thing anytime soon.
No.
Nashville, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to get
somewhere
back to
either I could drive or fly easily. Like Chicago. Chicago's an easy flight because there's a ton of them.
Yeah, Chicago would be an easy one. That's like 6 hours for me both ways.
Oh, driving? I'm talking about flying just because it's a little puddle jump. It's a little.
Yeah, it's like a 45-minute plane ride.
Yeah. And there's a lot of them, so they're not super expensive because there's so many of them.
There's a wrestling card happening in like the suburbs of Chicago that I want to go to.
Did you miss SmackDown? You did not go?
No, I did not go. I didn't want to. I'm going to a wrestling event this weekend though, out in Jefferson, Ohio, home of our boy George Comer. He's from Jefferson, Ohio originally.
Ray, do you know how to wrestle at all?
Define wrestling.
Do you know any proper techniques?
Yeah.
Professional wrestling?
Yeah. I know how to take a bump.
Because my buddy's a manager now in this backyard wrestling league, and like I want in, right? And I don't know how to wrestle at all, or else I try to put
Yeah. Do you know how to fall though?
I know how to fall. I know how to judo fall. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's
probably
pretty much the same shit.
I can fall, but I'm very out of shape.
But I'm end of the year or tax time next year. I'm considering going into professional wrestling, so that'll be fun.
You know the thing about it is really looking like if I would have gotten into, or at least know a little bit what I know now about wrestling when I was younger, I probably would have tried to get into it.
Yeah. I want to be a manager. Like
I think I could have. I mean, listen, when I was younger, I could take hits, and now when I'm older, it's not worth it at all. But like, like when I was 25, when I had that fight, I could have wrestled then, but I didn't really know anything about it.
Yeah, it's and I mean,
no,
like,
it's fun, but like being a manager, sure, yeah, 100%. That would be super fun.
My goal is to get a guy as a champion of an organization and wear like a solid gold wish suit. That's and just come out with like gold line to everything and have like a shiny gold suit that I can wear as just like a fuck you to the fans. And just be a total scuzzbag. Basically me just kicked up to about 5. I'm already at about a 3 or a 2 when I'm on stage. So I think if I really just got into character and acted like a total D-bag, I think that'd be good.
That's the exciting part about it. That's what sounds fun. It's just like, I mean, listen, when I'm on stage,
I want to get somebody to punch
ramp
me.
It up. I'll punch you.
Well, I meant like in the crowd. I want people to hate me so much they like throw drinks at me or fucking do all that. I think that would be a lot of fun. Oh, that'd be super fun. As long as I don't get stabbed, because that stuff doesn't happen anymore, sadly. I wish it did.
Sadly?
Oh, there used to be back in like the territory days in the 80s and like even the 60s and 70s, there would be knifings would be always a concern during professional wrestling matches. Terry Funk, who's had some supposed health issues as of late, also known for being one of the best bouncers in the world in Roadhouse, Terry Funk was in Roadhouse.
Sam Elliott?
No, Terry Funk was in Roadhouse.
Okay, I believe you. I'm sure he was.
He was in what was that stupid?
No, recently, like maybe 6 months ago, I watched Roadhouse for the first time.
Yeah, you got so balls as hard as steel.
It's so
Terry
good.
Funk.
It's so good.
It's one of the worst movies ever.
No,
it's so good.
It's so good in a terrible way. Like
it is.
I mean, you have legitimately great actors like Patrick Swayze and Sam Elliott, legitimately fantastic actors, but the plot is all fucking weird and goofy, and it's just over the top and
erotic too.
And what's it? Jeff, the musician's name? He died.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
The blind guy.
Yeah,
he's in it. He's great. I can't remember his name.
But
I apologize. He's amazing, but he's in it and he does a great job.
But yeah, Terry Funk, there was one time, and I think it was Amarillo. He took somebody threw a knife at him and it stuck in his neck and he pulled the blade out and like lived. But one of my favorites, and I want him on the podcast so bad, just so I can talk to him.
Have you asked?
I don't. I've emailed him a few times for other podcasts, and he's never answered back. But there's a guy by the name of Jim Cornette. He's a hero of mine, just because he doesn't give a fuck what anybody thinks, and he has a lot of history and stuff, and he can teach you some shit, sir. But he was in I think it was Tulsa, Oklahoma, and a cop offered to sell him like an old bulletproof vest, and he was like, "We don't think anybody's gonna shoot you, but knives are a concern here." Like, he was so hated by the wrestling fans that people wanted to just stab his ass. And that's what I want to bring back into pro wrestling. I want to bring stabbings.
And
people
aware these are characters then?
Well, back in the day, nobody really knew. It was a closed off society. It's sort of
that's what I didn't. If we ever had Jerry back on, and again,
yes.
One of our episodes, Dr. Jerry Graham, if you're a wrestling fan, watch it, especially a hardcore wrestling fan. Listen, I just sat there
fucking awesome
and listened. I think I asked 2 questions, and that was it. But it was fun because it was a really interesting stuff. One thing I wish I would have asked him is what it was like because I didn't know if I could have asked him this or not. Like, what was it like when people didn't actually know? When it kind of like it was maybe not.
Oh, it's crazy. There's one of my favorite videos that I always watch every once in a while is Ox Baker, Mike Powers, and Ernie Ladd in Cleveland at the old Cleveland Arena, which is like a legendary arena here in Cleveland. It used to be off of Euclid Avenue. And it was like where the hockey teams would play originally before they built the Richfield.
Oh, before Richfield. Okay.
Yeah, this is before Richfield. But they're doing an angle where Ox Baker is using the heart punch, which killed a guy supposedly in Georgia, but the guy had a heart attack, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so Ox Baker's doing like the heart punch in the ring on this guy, and all of a sudden you just see fans getting into the ring. There's people with chairs ready to beat the shit out of Ox Baker, and you watch. No, John, I don't. You missed us talking about Kyler. So guess what?
Well, hold on. What? No, he's talking about Colby and Usman, dude.
Well, yeah, I'm
finish your story and we'll get into it.
Okay,
promise.
So, but you see, Mike Powers run to where the locker rooms are, which are through these like hockey boards. And then you see Ox Baker, who's like 270 pounds, just barrel through the fucking audience. And the audience all converges on where they were and starts throwing fucking like anything they can find at these fuckers. I loved kayfabe. I love kayfabe wrestling so much more because like people believed. People like were pissed and thought these guys were real. Like it was awesome. Like that's why I love professional wrestling. There used to be a time when, midgets didn't wrestle 7-foot guys or fucking women didn't fight guys. It was a sport and it should have been portrayed as that still to this day.
I stopped listening, but that's not really you. That's alcohol consumption and that. And I started reading comments. So let's move on. Let's just say Ray is right and let's move on.
Always.
You probably listen. When it comes to wrestling, I go by you for sure.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Put this comment
up. Which one?
John's.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk UFC. I never liked Marty ever since the 30% comment, and Colby is the only guy that has ever had a chance to beat him.
I still don't think he has a chance. I actually think it's going to be worse than the first one. Me personally. I think Usman's going to beat the hell out of him, or if it he may not finish him, but it won't even be close. The best fight, yes, was with Colby for sure. But man, I think Usman keeps getting better every single fight.
Yes,
and I don't admit it. I'm not saying Colby isn't also better, but I don't think he's that much better. Usman is he's a force, man. I don't see anyone at all that could beat him right now. No one, especially Colby. I don't think it's going to happen. And you know what? Yeah, comments, that's fine. But the thing is, man, this dude just works super hard, and he's just a fucking monster, man. I can't help but to like him because he's such a tough motherfucker. I love Usman, man, because I think he's just a powerhouse, and I honestly don't think there's anyone in the UFC that can beat him. That's I'm saying comparable weight classes. I'm like the one below and one above. I don't think any of those guys could beat him either. What do we got?
John had a comment about wrestling from back in the day, which let me read it for you. I love the WWE. When I was a kid in the 80s, I actually went to a wrestling match where Andre the Giant was there, which was fucking dope. I'm jealous of you. And there was a $500 offer to get in the ring with him for 1 minute, which they used to do that kind of shit. And then
it's a wrestler.
I
mean, he'll throw you around, but he's not going to kill you.
See, that's the thing too. Like wrestlers used to, if somebody came up to you and were like, "Yo, this is fake. It's bullshit," you would have to get into a fight. Otherwise, you would be fired from the territory.
I believe it.
Yeah, and the wrestlers would always like gouge the eyes, do all kinds of street fighting shit.
The Wild West days and anything are really interesting, and the wrestling especially. That's the one thing I love. I really like to hear about wrestling. So I like having Jared Graham on, Dr. Jared Graham Jr.
Oh yeah,
because those are the fun ones when like all these territories are competing and people bouncing back and forth. Those are the fun stories.
I'll send you some videos about like talking about riots and everything that used to happen in pro wrestling shows. And your mind will be blown from what you've heard. Like it's crazy.
I believe you.
Dude.
My grandfather, my mother's side, he told me a story once. He met Andre the Giant in an airport.
Oh, that's so cool.
And he shook his hand, and how his hand but the thing is, to this day, my grandfather's hands fucking smurf my hands. Dude has big claws, always has.
Yeah.
So the fact that his claws get Andre the Giant's so much bigger than his, that's insane.
Yeah.
Because that dude has big hands. So that's crazy.
And then John 209 has one of my as a comment, one of my favorite memes of all time, which is "It's still real to me, damn it." That was the most pro wrestling thing.
We've talked about this, but I think you don't like it as much as I do. But I honestly enjoy the movie.
I've warmed up to it over the years.
What are we talking about?
The guy who yelled "It's still real to me, damn it" at a convention.
Oh no! I'm talking about the movie starring James Caan and David Arquette. Ready to Rumble. I love that movie. I think it's hilarious. Listen,
so
I understand why you probably think that as a wrestling fan. There's just some sports movies, like baseball movies that people like, and I'm like, that the baseball in this is all screwed up, right? Or whatever. I understand that, but I think it's a legitimate. I love Oliver Platt. I think it's a legitimately hilarious movie. But I can understand as a wrestling fan. I understand.
Tim, if I may, I'm going to put the camera on you and put this up.
Somebody give me a question. I need a question.
Give Tim a question.
We love all of you. You guys are the best. How about suggestions? Legitimate suggestions for the show? I can't pull the comments up, but I'll read it. John says, "I was there in Los Angeles for the $500 offer. I was going to do it. I told my dad I could run. I could run around in circles for a minute, and I saw him. And yeah, he's a giant monster. Yeah. What did I do? My screen just went. I accidentally zoomed in on my screen. That's weird. Let me see if I can fix it here. Nope, I made it worse. That's great. Yeah, I'm having screen issues. What the hell happened? These are legitimate glitches. Oh, hey. What's up, guys? Do you have a show tonight? I don't think so. Well, this is the best part of the show, everybody. It's when I'm here and Ray isn't. However, man, I'm having some really weird glitches on my side here. because my browser's all like zoomed in. I don't know what I did or how to fix it. Here we go. Zoom. Oh, there we go. There it is. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, I have the literacy of technology literacy of like an 85-year-old. We both do, so that's a problem. No, Ray and I plan on going to the circus that is Paul Woodley. We are in Ohio, or Northeast Ohio. Paul Woodley. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to the Paul Woodley fight in Cleveland. Can you help us get press credentials? How funny would that be? We'll be your guys on the floor, right? For Woodley Paul. I don't know what that would help, but we could ask some questions and stuff. We got a camera if we need be. Like, well, we can try on our own, but I don't know if we have enough pull to do that. But if you guys want to help us out, we'll go via the MMA host. You can say no. Again, this is another thing. It doesn't hurt to ask, but we want to go, and I think that would be fun. That's just me. I don't know. Ray's taking a piss. We're going to talk about more fights. What is John saying? My father used to wrestle for the troops of World War II. Do you want to know what happened? You know what, John? Another Auschwitz joke. You know what? It's funny, but it's awful as well. But if you like wrestling, check out our show with Dr. Jared Graham Jr. It's a lot of old school wrestling stuff. I don't know anything about it, but fantastic. Love you guys. Ask us questions or whatever. I don't know. We're pretty drunk. That's how we do things. This is how professional we are. We like to Tuesdays. We like to get hammered and talk about nonsense. So we're gonna keep going for a while here. We have more fights to talk about. I'll probably start looking at some news here soon. Nah, John, you're good, brother. We love you. We love you, man. But yeah, we are planning on going to the Paul Woodley fight. Because that is in Cleveland. We're up here. So we haven't been to a circus in a long time. I just think it was fun. I think it'd be fun. Yeah, we're planning on going. How do you medium? I'm a medium guy.
Medium, yeah. I'm a medium,
you like medium
guy
too?
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time when I get a medium burger, they kind of screw it up. But the last time I had one, they did it well, and I told the chefs, I'm like, you cooked the medium burger perfectly. So there's that. There's that. That's the whole thing. Yeah. So we want press credentials for Paul Woodley. If we can't get them ourselves, that's fine. I mean, but I think it'd be fun.
John would like.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes. So, medium well, baby.
We still like to have one of you guys, or both of you on the show. We want to talk about the story. The story. You know, we're not talking like a long time. We can do like 10, 15 minutes, whatever it takes. You know, you only have a small amount of time. We'll knock it out quick. We have questions. We don't know how this thing started. You may have told your listeners a lot of times how the MMA hole started. We don't know. We like to know. All right, so if you're barbecuing, let's talk about something good. Maybe you want to talk about more fights? Let's do it.
Yeah, see? All you need to do is some emails.
We'll send emails.
So, oh man, and we're entertaining people at a barbecue. I like it. Tim, we have an audience. Oh my god,
that's worse because we're already drunk.
Oh come on, it's I okay, you're right. I'm drunk. It's
no, we're always. It's not new. This isn't new.
No, fuck no. Oh man, yeah, Tim.
Sorry, I'm messing with my screen right now.
Oh boy. You're always messing with your screen.
No,
you're gonna go blind.
We're good. Let's see. Let's talk about some more news. Is there any news we didn't go to yet?
Let me look.
We need a producer.
Yes, we do. We need somebody to like send stuff out.
$4 an episode. Tatiana Suarez is out of UFC 266. Promotion seeks new opponent for Roxy Modafferi. You know what? That's good for Roxanne because I actually thought that Tatiana Suarez was going to kill her. I love Roxanne. I'm a huge fan of hers. We talked about this all the time. She's great. I love when she fights. It's a great personnel. She's great. I like to have her around, but she won't come on our show. Our show is garbage. But Suarez, I thought was going to murder her. So I still think Jessica I would be a good opponent for her, especially because she's multiple losses. I think her and Roxy would be a good fight. I don't know if Jessica's ready to go. Probably not. She had a giant gash on her head, right? So she can't go in soon. Maybe one of the ladies that just lost, maybe Miranda Maverick or Macy Barber, who technically won. That'd be decent. Yeah, when I saw the Suarez and Roxy, listen, Roxy is a veteran, and she's a tough out. But you watch Tatiana Suarez and what she does to people, you see that I'm like, oh Lord, what are they doing to poor Roxy?
And also, this just came across like right before we went on. The Chris Dawkins co-main event this weekend has been altered due to COVID, or removed from the card due to COVID protocols involving I'm not even going to try Abu Durakimov's camp.
Nailed it.
I probably did, believe it or not. That's years of playing hockey right there, folks. That's right. You do a sport long enough with a bunch of weird names, you get to like spell it out.
You get to what? You get to spell it out, huh?
Yeah, kinda. It's what you have to do. So I believe the co-main event now. These changes come after a bout between fan favorite middleweight Sam Alvey and Roman Kapilova was scrapped from Saturday's schedule due to issues for Kapilov. So Sam Alvey not fighting this weekend either. Did not know that.
Oh, it's not?
No, this is according to ESPN. I just looked it up.
I was actually, when I saw he was fighting this week, and my first thought is, oh man, they didn't cut him yet? I'm happy they didn't. I'm a fan. Again, check out our show with Drew Schottenheimer to hear a fantastic story about Sam Alvey.
Story.
Yeah. All right. The short version is basically like he woke up in the morning and like he's woken up by Sam Alvey breathing on top. I don't know. This is a terrifying image.
Jerking off. It was a terrible time.
Yeah. Wake up. Sam Alvey's just jerking off in front of him. No, he just woke him up early in the morning to run because he took a fight out there. Anyway, it was all right, John. Story.
Talk to you later, buddy. Go take care of your kids. Later, good fam. Time. Later, but yeah, that's a big thing too. That Sam Alvey's not fighting on this card. I can see Sam Alvey would go to 1 and make a run of it a little bit. I think he'd be definitely a good little entertaining fights for.
He hasn't been cut yet, man. Dude, they probably have monsters that would destroy Sam Alvey over there, especially when they're on all the juice and whatnot they do over there. What was I going to say? Oh, this fight, 267. They reportedly set for 267. Tai Tuivasa, Walt Harris. I like that.
That'll be a good fight.
That's one of those people like you can't root against either of them. Shuey's the man. We love Shuey, and Walt Harris hasn't had a win since the insane tragedy of his life when he lost his daughter. It's one of those fights you can't root against anybody, but at the same time, I guess it's a win-win. Love Shuey, man. Shuey's the man. Walt Harris is a tough guy, though. However, Walt uses his wrestling. He gets Shuey down. He's going to beat him, I believe.
Yeah, I think Ty needs to take his. He just needs to show off his power against Walt Harris in at least try and defend the takedown against him, because Walt Harris could fuck him up on the ground really quickly. And I don't want to see that. I want a Shuey, goddammit. I want that Shuey. Shueys are delightful as long as I'm not doing them, because I don't wear socks.
Ugh, no, dude, I have no interest in a Shuey. Dude, I would gag, and I know nothing. No,
I had somebody send
maybe
me
my own shoe, but even then,
I had somebody send me a comment on Facebook. I think I shared a video of Tai Tuivasa doing the Shuey on the cage. And there was what about I would feel disgusting with beer on my feet. And I'm like, well, it's Las Vegas, so that's not the most disgusting thing that somebody would step in ever in Las Vegas.
This guy.
No, seriously. Have you ever been to Vegas?
No, I haven't, but I believe you.
It's gross.
There's a lot of shit going around there, I'm sure. No, if the MMA hosts are still here, listen, have you heard of our new game, Tequila Quences?
It is a wonderful game, and I will explain the rules.
Go, because we need more people. We would love to have one of you or both of you participate. No one wins. You can only lose. But Ray will explain the rules quickly, if you can.
The rules
we'll be doing it next week for the pay-per-view.
Yes. The rules are as follows. We get 2 fighters that we get picked at random by a wheel now. We have production value.
It's not production value.
It's definitely production value compared to what we've had. And you get 2 fighters. And if your fighter loses by decision in the first round, or by decision in the first round, you must do 1 shot. If you were of tequila.
Yes, you must purchase your own tequila. The last one, our Tequila Quinces episode, you can see us struggle through it because we don't want tequila, but it's been done. I had to do 4 shots. It wasn't fun. Ray only did 1 and almost puked.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it again because it's fun.
It's a great.
So join us.
And then the other ones are rounds 3, 4, and 5. If there is a finish, that is 2 shots of tequila. Round 2, if there is a finish, you must do 3. And if you do 4, or round 1 is the finish,
like Jimmy fucking Rivera,
is what's now known as the Tim Danko, which is 4 shots of tequila or not at once, but during the show of Bro Bro Plata. We must finish them. And it's I like the idea. It's a fun thing. I'm working on getting the clip from both of us doing our Tequila Quinces up right now. I'm editing as we speak.
I'm sure that there's several people like, dude, just like fast forward to the video. I want to see you guys do the shots. I've showed that to multiple people, like 3 or 4 people. So, and they have found it entertaining. So that's the point. Like, why are we doing this? Just punishing ourselves? I mean, because I think it's entertaining, and it is. And I'm actually excited to do it again. I'm excited for Tequila Quinces. For sure, but we would like to have more participants.
Yes.
So if either of you would like to do that, that'd be fantastic.
It's a game that's going to be sweeping the nation and hopefully the world within another couple episodes.
The next one we're going to call Tequila Quinces 2 Booze Control.
Yes,
because speed and puns. No, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I mean, listen, I will say the game is not 100% original, but we definitely put our own spin on it.
Yeah. And Tim Danko is the creator of this.
Right.
I took it,
it's kind of like the bucket of death they do on Lebatard, but we did it our own way with fights and tequila shots. Make it a drinking game. That's how you make it, Bro Bro Plata. You make it a drinking game. And a cop will raise it. If I have more than 2 shots, I'm gonna have to get a new bottle. So
Jesus.
And also, man, Ray is the reason that listen, I would have to do 8 if it wasn't for Ray giving me mercy. Listen, I will give it back on injuries or something like that. He gave me,
I would expect you to.
And I would, absolutely. And even if I pull up the wheel right now, I tell you all the weird bonuses I put on here for next time. Let me find them. Talk about something else for a minute while I find them because they're buried in my. Here they are.
Tequila Quinces, I think, is going to be our flagship bit for this show.
This is the new one. I got rid of number 1 favorite and number 1 underdog because I realized I was essentially just putting the same fighter on twice.
Yeah.
But this is now there is a +1 shot and a -1 shot. Basically, what that is, if you hit that first or second spin, that means that if you lose, you either have to get minus a shot or plus an extra shot, no matter what. But only if you lose.
Yes.
And also, there's another one, extra fighter.
Fighter. God.
Yeah, you hit at that, you got to skew.
A chance for 12?
A third fighter.
Oh, God. No, 11. 12. 12.
12 or more. If you hit the +1.
If you hit that 4, oh my God. And I have to go to work the next day. Like that's Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
If I had to do 8, I mean, listen, especially because I did 4 last time, I get through it, but it would not be fun. It wouldn't be pretty.
Yeah. And injuries, I think we'll make that an official rule.
Well, you know what? I like this, man. It's up to the other guy's discretion. I think that's good because you didn't screw me. I won't screw you.
No.
Right. And there's also on here, there's a Ray picks and a Tim picks.
Rule.
So if I have to pick, if I have to pick for you, I'm not going to give you Juliana Pena. Right. I'll give you somebody in the middle. Maybe a small favorite.
Oh God. But I think this is gonna make our show a lot more fun. Is Tequila Quinces? We do it every pay-per-view.
Dude, I wish we had enough listeners to warrant buying Tequila Quinces shot glasses.
That would be awesome.
Because I already want one. I already wish it existed, but I don't want to buy any now because we would just lose money.
But and also I think when we're talking about like recapping the fights, I think that's when you do your shot, like one shot per like fight on the card kind of thing.
Let's just feel that out. I'll try to do it as quickly as possible. I'll try to do it as quickly as possible.
Ooh, so rough, man.
Because I already did, I think I got them all down in an hour.
You did.
So I think I try to get them in like 45 minutes. I don't know. It depends. Depends how many I have. Listen, if I have two, I should just knock them out, right? Knock two out pretty quick. Ray almost puked, or did puke in his mouth, which is nasty.
No, I didn't puke in my mouth, but I almost like spit up the the tequila because it was just like I'm not a shot guy. Like I've never been.
That's why listen, if we were both monster shot guys and power shot guys, this wouldn't be nearly as funny. Listen, I was actually surprised I did as well as I did. That's why, listen, I legitimately had a puke bucket just in case.
Yeah.
That was real. That wasn't a bit. That was real, especially if I need to do more than 4. But and also, I'm gonna keep this as my thing because I did it the first time. No chasers.
Yeah,
no chasers, no limes.
I had a.
However, it would be fun, like you said. It would be fun if we did it together and we had like a bartender. That'd be hilarious. My buddy said he'd do that for us. My buddy Alan said he'd come up and be our bartender.
That would be fun.
Next time we do it when we're together, that'd be fun.
Or we have like one of those like lazy Susans.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, hey, Mike, your cousin Mike just said this, and this makes me very happy. So we made a Googleable thing where it's our fucking shit, dude. I like it. Tequila Quinces.
Perfect.
We need to trademark that.
Listen, maybe. Yeah, and listen, I'll say this much. Like I did say Tequila Consequences, but it was D-Rest that combined them.
It was. Shout out to D-Rest.
Yeah, so if we get merchandise, we'll send D-Rest something.
Oh, yeah. He'll get one of the first Tequila Quinces t-shirts.
Mike, do you want to participate in Tequila Quinces?
We're waiting on Mike Danko for this answer.
Yeah, this is what it would take. Probably next Tuesday. You have to come on for just a minute as we pick your fighters. And then because you do get 2 shots, you can say, we'll help you out. We'll tell you who's a favorite, who's an underdog, if you should keep them or not. You get a second shot at each fighter. Anyway. And then if you don't, you have to come back on at a later date and you have to get your own tequila, obviously, and then do tequila shots on the show. Not too difficult. Just we're looking for somebody else to do this with. And I think, why not?
I will say, like, it made the fights mean a lot more that we had picked the fighters.
It did.
Yeah. Because when Wonder Boy was fighting, I was just like on the edge of my seat, hoping Wonder Boy would have won.
Yeah. Jimmy Rivera, I thought, look, he looked good. Jimmy Rivera looked good in the beginning of that fight. Then all of a sudden gets caught, and that's
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to do it again. Kind of. I'm not excited to drink the tequila again, but I like the game.
No,
the game is fun.
Yes,
and we'll figure out other ways. If it gets stagnant, we'll find other ways to make it interesting.
Well, Mike's in, and it's don't have to twist my arm. So we have somebody for next Tuesday, the Tequila Quinces.
Oh, brother,
picks.
I will be texting you next Tuesday to see if you want to do that. You just have to pop on.
Yeah.
For a little.
We'll send them the link.
Just a couple of minutes. It's really easy. You can do it with your phone. You don't need. Like I said, you can just open it up with your phone. You don't need to download anything. And we'll get your 2 fighters. And if you lose, you get to come back the next week and drink tequila. So.
Do we do doubles? If somebody already has it, do we kind of just go on another spin?
What do you mean? No. If someone has a fighter, there's a thing that says remove. You can remove it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, somebody says that's my guy, just remove it.
Okay.
Yeah. However, we're not going to remove the +1 -1 or anything like that. No,
that's not even up for debate.
Right.
But no, yeah, Tequila Quinces. I like the fact that one, we are, if you Google Tequila Quinces, we show up, so that's nice. It's marketable already on its fucking face, but it's a fun game. It's like gambling without, but with your liver. I am all for gambling with my liver every day of the week. And the fact that this is gonna, I think this is gonna be that flagship bit.
I mean, listen, this is my phone, but yeah, episode 95 Tequila Quinces comes up right away.
Nice, excellent,
perfect.
That's awesome, cool. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to like 2021's already kind of looking up for us, especially. Well, I mean, if you Google Tequila Quinces and we come the fuck up, then I'm all down for it. You know what I'm saying? Like have an archive when we get a website of just all of our Tequila Quinces.
No, we should do that. That should also be one of our shorts, YouTube shorts. You can also make. You can also
and on Instagram TV. I was thinking about that too.
All of that.
Yeah,
all of that. We we need to be better at social media, but we're not 18, so we're not great at it.
This is true.
We try though. We'll get better.
Well, fun. Tim, I'm gonna say this, my friend. I'm gonna call it a night because I gotta be up in the morning like a mo. I tonight was fun.
I wanted to talk about real quick, but our guy Ian Heinisch, man, what happened with him?
Fuck Ian Heinisch and his bullshit. This motherfucker again did nothing. He absolutely sucked cock. He's a terrible human being.
He cost us money last time when he fought
He cost us a lot of money. Like right off the rip. I've never lost. Have you ever watched a horse race and lost?
No.
I have. It's a dude. Real quick side note about horse racing. So when I was at Presque Isle Down in Erie, I watched guys talk about horse racing the same way some guys talk about football, and it made me want to watch football more. Like, because they were really deep into horse racing, like knowing the jockeys and everything. Right. And I'm like, those are divorced men. They can't be actual like married. If they're married, they got to be retired. No way.
The best is that Pete Rose story when there was that racetrack in Cincinnati. He said he had a horse and it was many, what do you call them, legs or what do you call them? Lengths ahead, many lengths. His horse. Then all of a sudden, a deer ran across the track and ran into the horse.
Oh, that's all. I would be questioning so God at that point.
No, right.
Oh, that would
make it quit gambling.
Yeah. Well, it is Pete Rose. That'll never happen.
That's true. We get him in the Hall of Fame, though. I think it's basically everything I wanted. Oh, did that Yanez Cortez fight? It was fantastic. Yanez, that guy's a monster.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see him fight again. It was a great fight. He was down and came back. Great fight. Anyway, it was a great card. And then we're gonna do something Friday. We don't know what yet. We're gonna have a guest.
Yes,
probably. We'll get somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe Drunk Tim will ask some people right now. I don't know.
I like it.
Who's your first? Chad Zuma?
Sure, I'll have Chad on.
Chad want to do it right now.
Yeah, you never know.
Maybe I like Chad.
Me too. I like Chad.
I did him a favor recently. I mean, it wasn't a big favor, but it was, took a couple minutes out of my day.
But yeah, guys, we will hop off here because I've got to work in the morning and Tim has got to go to sleep for 15 hours.
You know what? That may be true.
And we appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for the comments. Go to the MMAholes.com. Check out all the tabs they have. It will satiate your MMA needs. And we appreciate every single one of you. For Tim Danko, I'm Ray Highclack. This is the Bro Bro Plata. And for the Bro Bros and the Broettes. We love you. Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
You know, Ray, you were mad that the Indians didn't call themselves the Spiders because you wanted Tom Holland, Spider-Man, to throw out the first pitch. They're called the Guardians, man. We can get Chris Pratt. We can get Dave Bautista.
Honestly, my friend brought up a good thing. It should
you're ruining the bit.
The progressive field should be the galaxy as well.
Get out of here. You're ruining the bit. That's not how the bit works. You sign off. I have the last word. That's all it's been gone for 98 episodes, 97 episodes. You're ruining it. Get out of here. Bradley Cooper, first